Okay. I think that we should be fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost yeah, because the computer had to reset. Yeah, almost say it's back on. Frances na my
Yes.
Frances
Yes.
Some aka Frances they say
PA from afar. Producer a producer in Ghana
extraordinary.
Producer show.
Yeah,
very good afternoon to her.
See, Frances, that's it. Thank you. The computer had to restart, and I call but thank God we are back on. Manu Jakwa baby. And basically, sporting world, we have only one topic: Chelsea, Liverpool, and our core political and so on. Basically, a topic, and then we might have other subtopics. But basically, the Supreme Court's decision to unanimously, for the first time, right? The Uber call back Accra. No, I shared the 2012. I don't know 2012.
Yeah, 2013 on my ruling, but
but 2012 election. Obama back Accra. They said the Supreme Court judges no be decided and a number in as compared to a Nediana. Brofuka some say unanimous. Just a judges Makuma Conson. Omunina drink or Ben Krum said. As I said, they are a temuno echo in favor of the sitting president.
Simply put, the case has no merit. The case has no merit.
Simply put,
the case has no merit. Oh, but that's what they said. I think we put the CJ any boy justice any boy worse. We need merit. It lacks substance. So it has to be thrown away.
That has been there. All this while. You've been saying this.
I'm a firm believer of that one. So I think that we're now there. We share preceding events now. I'm very sure that NDC for no money say base. You are not even ready to discuss. They make sure that
they prepare their minds that they are losing until they have to
7-0 or more call for appeal. No munya 9-0, now 7-0. So they know very well that there was not even a dent of dissenting at thought. Among dissenting will be dissent. Obi ankase will make the emergency say kakra. Justice Doche, like you said, 2013. Where he realized there are more points, but inadvertently they feel that it was not enough for us to
overturn the results.
Exactly, and do a rerun. And I say, but this time around, all the 7 justices who sat on the case, substantive case in the day, I say there's no merit to even consider a rerun, which in principle you will go deeper into it. But a 2-hour speech now, justice any about delivery. Maybe they didn't want to leave room for ambiguity. Near June say 2012 within 9 minutes.
So almost say media no be do on attempt. So much nansan for TRC of their decision.
Exactly, but it was a reading. So I think that he could have deferred. He could have read the summary and deferred the reading to people who are really interested. But hey,
maybe they didn't want anybody interpret and read for them and fabricate stories and stuff.
So he had to just read that a 2-hour lecture. But in conclusion, I can say I'm just saying I mean, virtually maybe they only gave a bit of props up to I say don't get here, but Roger Metal no Pesa White. I must say Charlie didn't add up anything to make the case.
But I say don't get here. So now this MPP for no say on no numbers no ma na do more. But I think say on argument had a little water.
Yes, virtually, but unfortunately, instead of a first witness for the petitioner, a man and court says some of us thought, but that aspect in there, I don't know why they are doing that. You see, when people get have joined this mind, I mean, for lack of a better word, and unconfort Gina Falcon, a man here way, baby, calculating what they money there. It was Akotampa giving the figures and he calculating. Into what different do you expect? Sometimes Ghana and the NBA, Nika Krana, and share issues in perspective. So, remember, catch us up 2 + 3 BSN, 4 + 5 BSN, now Bomamia, and then see me now. I don't believe that is how it went. There should have been.
Michael, listen,
no.
Charlie, the way I'm on for dinner term,
because some people are not. I mean,
Obi message guy be a friend of Bro Big, yeah, Richard. Or say, Michael, listen, cook tweets or support to gain. Or say the most wicked man in Ghana football is you, Asian. God will punish you whilst your colleagues are helping their community. You are here trying to rebuild Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. I've read those counter ways there. Droba Mosi Hospital, $3 million hospitals. I've not seen a personal project.
Central for Ankasakra or charity, let's be honest, or charity organization. But I think player like Asian Calabar should have done more for Ghanaian community. Also, as a more Jana, the fact that or be nyuma for people to even get jobs to do.
AstroTurf. But me, I don't believe in that. So yeah, and a government example, I buy up is come with dinner. They don't know.
But so you are a firm believer in market economy. Who you be? You are a firm believer.
Exactly, but it doesn't also mean that when you see come from he should do more than. Oh no, he should do more than necessary. Who determines that?
What necessary means?
Just Anamoka said we've been a Western Foundation, which has been doing its own small things, but people feel it should do more. That is the contention here. But more, on born when you see can more for Ghana.
Yeah, now can and needing my Juma cry war Ghana, despite money adeno. So we become some common and your musika. But at least who say ya the Biamitaka say the idea shows are young crowd because we are see when I to say web.
Yeah,
will be a here will be until you made discovery shows are now we are Jumana Unya now so. That's my point.
But it's always subjective. How much will be enough, and how well?
Not necessarily to come and give schedule amount for to enjoy, but at least
not to enjoy. But how much? Ejumana me yaba say my enough. So you think that Samaja and paid his dues? He's done well for Ghana.
I personally think so. His contribution, societal contribution.
I also don't think so. Samajan could have done more. I saved AstroTurf no year. Save AstroTurf.
Ebinisa Oka say he could have done more. At least when you be say
AstroTurf no
Samajan bua promotion of boxing, baby jet promotions. Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Emma fonya juma ye man for koshe bi mu ye juma boxing arena ni ade.
AstroTurf
fine. I'm a crack academy his school. But baby
Miss Paradise.
Exactly. Yes. Into your man for Juma in as much as say, in as much you can go there. You can go that's
I mean
you can go there.
I believe
in terms of success. Sika Sempano. Me feel say Michael Essien made more money than Apia.
All those things should be raised, but maybe the say it's his personal money and he decides what to do with it.
No Ghanaian has we don't have to criticize anybody in this world.
No, it's not about that. Say public figure. You see, I always have where I
say
Essien made his personal money as a private person, and he decides how much to give to Ghana. Yeah, come on, they bet me because they are public servants.
No,
and they take our taxpayers' money.
No, so what can I say? This is my point. Intina mi bisa say krumha a market economy.
Yes.
Politicians in critique Juma to say private citizens. What I say?
Yeah.
LeBron James, for instance, when schools are what be a shaman for.
I know even Akron we see
that is the whole point.
Where you go
in sports and onyani sika obi antimi enye but those in politics, they say Mitch McKenna or Schumer mono. What at the end of one so much school man for
they've not done it.
Yeah, but LeBron James has done it.
Yeah.
And can say somebody like Essien could have done more. Just like you say, as a Mojan say, me feel say why enough, I make crash why you be also who feel say he could have done more. Yes. You have your point.
That's what I'm saying. That measure your opinion. No, you see the point here is that the point is that it's an opinion you are sharing.
I say
it has no fact or merit.
Ochame Kwame say Manucho is speaking like a typical Ghanaian.
No, it's not about that. You see, it's opinion we are all sharing that it's a winning Sikanta and say Boa Ghana more. And I feel that you know better me. It ends there. Because no Asamoah did more.
I don't know why. And none person.
Oh, no one catch him so your foundation.
He did fund, but the foundation cries not us. And
my point is on Yashipa from the chair I sit. He owes no one that one. Any opinions and can so yeah. But 1 year he owes nobody.
You talk about moral law, so who free community na boa when you ska now simiana menya misika. Growing up, somebody might have helped you along the line. So Ghana national under 20 team Boano, Ghana
then we should hold all players to ransom.
You have the point. That's what I'm saying.
That is why
now me time now kofa Asamoah Jamba. I was going to go back to Tony Yeboah. That was one of the things not Ghana for the criticizing of Pase. Tony Yeboah had not done enough for Ghana because time now Frankfurt near
Germany.
Unza Bedi Pele had Palace biscuits.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No company.
I thought he was an ambassador for them, but he owned it.
Yeah.
I thought he was just an ambassador.
Later,
okay.
And I bet be at least he
owned a Gola nightclub.
Yeah, Yeah,
I wish I've been there.
Yeah, actually, you're buying now or getting into businesses or betting football club.
Academy,
People began to say, this is what we expected of you. Nyame mauska bebrea. Enya unkwa odia. That's my point.
But maybe then say, but
the show is
a moral issue.
Moral loss.
And that
moral loss. They be account some.
But she the new merit, papa. Because opinion is as a footballer, it's possible it's even poor. Maybe people spend. You see,
how can they say be poor?
Do you know why? You'll be surprised. I've heard footballers that they have a lifestyle that they are leading. I say MPs near there. MP on my first only MP to refer bus from Kumasi to Accra. We just saw your MP. They're still doing VA to Accra. I believe that only a few people, when they reduce their lifestyle, they are able to calm down.
And now on said there be analysis. Yeah, now compare America and the developed countries need to Ghana.
Because comparative analysis.
Yeah, yes,
you don't live in vacuum.
Exactly. Yes, in fact, hunting a prison in Iran yede. Aho. And now Abuabia so yes, Abuabia person ekesiano or no the HQ precursors and then right. It's me point and they say America higher T. Abaya Juma create a few. Yes. Both federal and
I know
state
property
levels.
owning democracy.
Exactly.
Before mentioning 2000. Yeah, empower private people. They have their jobs. Then they will employ people.
FS swearing in. Say, my buy mu. So you are appointing now, Pisca. Go to the private sector. That is where the money is.
But the problem I have is that institutions should work. Minimum wage, taxes, and pension.
I know you are different day. I know they are two us here.
So one, yeah, you see, because Ghana technically, mom enjoy those benefits because it is well written. But we will be a Juma
on another day, and I know there are legislation and they are to us here.
There's a problem.
There should be structures,
yes,
and the structures should work,
yes.
But I know that China, me conviction they say. Unye sika na free kromwa free country ni mwa esesa boa.
There's nothing wrong with it, and the minute you make us say yes I will go. But me dey say but that cap of measure ne there you can never put a seal on it and you compose you so
say eno na man for blasting say unya osika unya hwe ma Ghana omo aboa Ghana kra bi enyuma man for nya bi ye no enkasa wo na betena ho de be say Ghana na asa be support say enso yenyi gain too.
It's the opinion which I respect to. Your mom adwin say or no so feel say these are marginalized people and they deserve to have a voice. No dey near sacrosanct. It's not etched in stone. It's a mechanic na Ghana for befa. He's just a person. He has following. But me no adwin. I listen to Black Rasta and say maybe I even shared it. No kaka say asem ni na. Say fine. That is how it is. Where is the stance in this? What's he say? What's the one polygamy to? Obiambe can was America. Yeah.
Obiambe also Portuguese.
No, he shared an open way. Or not supported there. I mean, he's an open-minded person.
Me maintain on.
And America bay. So what's America? What's it? One polygamy to? It's your society, and people respect it. But you want to come and force your better pill down the throat of Ghanaians that Omonji gain to or not one. He believes in marijuana rights. They lobbied and they had it. They didn't go to open an office. Since Ghana, medicinal marijuana is legal in Ghana. People don't even talk about it because we don't need it. Government saying here, but on my MPP for a year legalizing marijuana in Ghana. Some people don't even know. But for medicinal purposes, not to walk on one they have to have a reason. By Ghana, we say what? Say what? Say we were Ghana illegal to some extent. Until they should lobby. He believes in lobbying. So at the end of the day, need the nanko for you say illegal nanko. What can nanko for bone? But be office. Now we are say maybe me flags near the end there. He will not support because there's laws are against it. But the lobbying should be allowed. What do he believes in? So because some Kechi no convince Ghanaians or no a gay, he feels like gay. That is your mind. Anopa marijuana or just say marijuana use is good for medicinal purposes.
Say they want we are sick man ha.
And we are sick.
Obi kokra no the second chobitia.
20 years ago
that is how the
20 years ago. Tell you see marijuana as way. 20 years ago we can't say that you should allow weed to be legal in Ghana. And come to me.
And say we are legal in Ghana.
Medicinal weed is legal in Ghana.
What qualifying with what? No one him say no be no.
Good.
What qualify some medicinal weed, but even medicinal weed. When I'm now shared, is it legal in Ghana?
Even smoking outside, but me say illegal. I didn't even know. Say you can walk on the street. You see, there should be designated places for smoking. I even first time it's about 2 years ago. I was worried.
Best topic.
Freestyling. Yeah, freestyling. Let's freestyle. People want to enjoy a quiet.
But we don't lose focus of the
ASEAN issue. Let me make sure say it's ASEAN as an entity is calling for lobbying that he feels that those people The story was given this morning.
What has he done to help the community?
The story was given this morning. They set up somebody, the person has died. Me pick story now, say, or officer, on so be a gay, not setting up through internet, say, I'm gay, I want to meet you. Once they were going to meet, then they pounced on the boy who was the true gay, and they beat him in Ghana. I'm born because I said, yeah, okay, Manucho, a gay, and setting up. Then they chatting, then the boy also felt it was true. He gets to the pub, then, yeah, still be shy because you are truly a gay person. Is that what you don't want to encourage those things?
What do you mean? Now, on so okay side. What's it? When him said illegal, okay side.
Illegal.
Okay side. Okay.
Illegal. So you think they should be espionage? There should be sting operations. Ghana is here and the say, oh, Manichu send Okase crisis setting up near Bono because he looks like. Fine, I agree. But maybe the end say we shouldn't go to those extent. Now, ASEAN is one entity. Where I have problem with ASEAN is say. You should believe in your convictions. He's a fear boy or your baba. He's not strong.
Inti Asian cast or support to
equality.
Gay, no.
Or say Ghana supports equality, and he feels that gays and lesbians should be given equal opportunities. That is his mind. Maybe TMN supporting polygamy. I feel it is wrong. That is my mind. I've always told you that. I don't think that people should. That or say na say obana no unim so koto aware so na wa koto so.
Ba utimi twempana mienu.
Relationships are allowed because once you decide to marry.
Oh girl nye baako. Baako mienu miensa and 9.
Okay. There's a reason dan bia pillars by 5 or 10. Me as a civil engineer ba failure.
Into who there say who twempana for there but polygamy there.
But once you decide to marry once you decide to marry,
Manucho moral laws are not there. If you think, sir, you are against polygamy, which is okay, which is okay,
yes.
But why are you not against multiple boyfriends, multiple girlfriends? Because nipa kron warrant no dey otwempena 10 cry.
Then I should have a problem with school. Me answer bia. There should be I should have a problem say with school I make biology, make engineering because I should, but it gets to a point you choose one. Once you decide to be a civil engineer, you can't be a doctor. Unless you want to tell me that more 3 girlfriends, we will say, okay.
What would be
I'm studying them. I'm studying them.
3 at a time.
Of course, I have to study them. 3 at a time, you know. Ebedu baby, no. You make a choice of one. Anytime make a choice, even marriage.
Okay. The moral of your story, ni say polygamy, no. Uko for uwari mi no.
It should also be like this society is against it.
What is the moral of you being against polygamy?
You have a mental disease. Go mental disease.
Yes. But chimpana ne dia unya nware na chimpana ne dia. O se 9 who study obia. Dia ware for ne ye no. Woni sa 9 ni nyina.
Why will I do it? I wouldn't do it. You see, you're pushing the ostriches here. Not the ostriches way. Play the ostriches here. I was speaking to Mrs. No, see, Chroma simple. You can be with 4 women in a room, but you can marry one. No law here tells you that have sex or your baby. No. Marry one, but you can have others.
Lose focus of your topic. I know there. You see, the thing we are talking about here, Ghana, gay, whether it is accepted or not, accepted. Right now it's
and even gays know it's not accepted in Ghana.
Fine. My point, and he said now that it is even illegal and it is in the constitution, enipa no bi mbeye. Omo beye sie. Enra chini di nkomo wana meka se. Wo yesie na yenchiwa.
God.
Obi anhu so wo ye bibia. Fine no there. We can't talk about what we don't know.
Exactly. But what we think.
But when somebody like Michael said come out boldly and speak, he said, yes, support to gayism, ne lesbianism or Ghana because he feels they should have a right. Abra Unim say it's against our constitution. What are you trying to tell Ghana?
Let me you see, there's something called advocacy. How do you do advocacy?
Advocacy of what?
Where I was going to say that little tape, I wish Semia Kamebo. Baby, many I listen to astute people and their thoughts. Okay, say the whole problem with the gays that to come and take an office, open it and put your flags there and there. And you know, he condemns it. If that thing had not happened, would Asian have come out? This is what generated the whole topic. And no buy and because of your cry, just like you were saying, I didn't know or Philly say this thing should happen. It hasn't happened. Into who send Kofona, yes, Anna, Yakoshati Dono, then it gives them room to talk. What my point and I say? It is say, Ebia,
show them here by nya could be office no. If that office thing had not happened for a shutdown to occur, and Kaisen wouldn't have come out, and no now leaving room for people to be talking about this.
You insinuating, conjecturing.
And yeah, me insinuating.
No, but the point here is that
the
point here is that that is what the gay people are looking for. Advocacy confirm common say okay be a networker. You be a networker. America
I say kind no their shoes to. That is how I feel. So we are advocating man.
The point is
all right.
People want us to talk about them. Yet I gay asem. Obi on mo bit in the store. See ye me nyanka time me dey promote me business for me. But mo dey catch am say I for Jimmy for we asem dey can. Yeah, some for Jimmy for mom nya time. Now the whole side is listening to about them.
This is education.
I understand you, but the point here is that the visibility and the talk is what they are looking about. And I'm just saying, even when I was young, when there was a pointer Osama you fight Osama na CNN omuyi Osama story no moyi Bush there no moyi we it got your point. He said, you know what, we shouldn't promote that guy again because it looks like promoting him and promoting American when you are pitching the war until let's not talk about them again. So be na you say network better like I say network again can get asem papa e bonu me why? Because that person exactly. The clear Christian principle tells him that I will not even discuss them on my network.
Fine, I know my question.
It is if the money to create some awareness in Ghana is being discussed, that Obi gay what away and there say Ghana. And yet, because it's been discussed. Even to tell me that drug abuse, I just said the tree of good and knowledge and evil. Conform, I say, why did God even put it in that garden? Because at the end of the day, there should be a discussion.
No, Manicho. Oh yeah.
No, me more.
I will call baby. I me perceive you're standing.
Yeah, make a choice. Say the advocacy starts from it's being discussed everywhere. Whether good or bad.
Remember, in the beginning of this world, as we have come to learn, you're born why.
Bisamiye from Bible point of view and the existing Bible and I say my deeper knowledge because it's a whole
deeper
topic.
Knowledge in anything.
Yeah, but Adam and Lilith and Adam were created at the same time.
By who?
By God. If was an afterthought.
Sir.
Oh yeah, but Lilith. When him say Adam no or Adam womba 18. Bible was silent on them. There were 18 daughters of Adam. Bible come by one said no woman was mentioned in the Bible for some time. You think women were not born from creation? That at time when you were who was the first person to give birth to a woman? I mean, this
I know my biblical point. It was Adam and Eve.
Now, time when
no. And you see one son and
no, Bisam say Bible
me see.
Bisam okay, Bible.
No, you were talking about say now
creation. Now let me catch you say okay.
Now can say Obi feel say there should be advocacy. And I was trying to take you back, say. God in his own wisdom created Oba and the Bema from the beginning. Until we are Bema. Now catch him say, and then they may a Bema by me feel say. Many Bema ne worry. Whilst the beginning of this world, God created Oba and the Bema.
Say,
so you are creating your own world.
Yes, sir. We topic so I say from Bible point of view, then we
that is what that is their point of view.
No, because what you are saying, there's a Big Bang theory. People believe that there's no God in heaven. That's also a belief.
Is that what you believe?
Oh, I've been to China for 2 years.
No. And you're China. Me say whoa. Is that what you Manucho believe?
You see, I've chosen it's more like asking a bald person, so what's the color of his hair? Obi a bald, obi to make I say anything white and not black.
Is that
no, because me boo, because I don't want to.
This
say no, I say you got exams now. Yes, teacher and baba number. Magic Christianity.
China, Buddhist.
Oh, Taoism. I realized that the best people I've met in my life were in China, who were truthful. The Christendom, people I've met in my life who profess Christianity are hypocrites and self-seeking and inward-looking. Oh, no, I mean, those are the harsh truths. Me choose Christianity because in the same corner gold so because they are tenets. But you are more if you want to go to heaven, there are things you should do. In China, because no me I say, oh, girlfriend here, papa lecturer. Now, on himself, no papa say be exams on the 25th. Upon my story.
Some no year start say.
Upon my story, where you ask me a very deep question.
Moral education. China. Now I extending now.
Oh, what am I? And I say my girlfriend. My girlfriend. Oh, why?
I don't want any other.
My girlfriend's father is a professor, chair English. And I work at chair the 25th of December. Obeko conference we watch China. Opo inti ne bani nim say exams number so ntie yensua de ne call club ya rest of the class learnt it on the 25th year call class and exams number. I don't think they lose anything. You don't lose anything being a Christian. So we will not say even being one man and your problem. You don't almost say even one they might laugh but me share the so as much as the Bible is teaching me virtues there, I have to believe in it. But as to believing that it's leading me to go and work on gold nadia, I mean it's a different story. But no, yes, we na I'm setting it straight. Say from Bible point of view, God created Adam and Eve.
That is what I believe in.
From Bible point of view, that's the POV.
Do you have any other point of view?
Exactly. I have a lot of points of view because I don't think all.
Bible.
All Muslims.
Right.
Bible there no. Oh, I maybe there. Mejidi. But Muslims say Jesus is not the way to.
You don't look at other faith.
Oh, I'm here to talk about my faith. I'm here to educate.
We are talking about belief. If you don't educate on something you do not believe.
Why?
If that is what you believe in. Say, oh, you're Christian. And the Nkremofo GD now be church.
I believe
Nkremoni so ejid ni Nkremodia. And yet the Christopher GD no. You
so I can't talk about them.
No. You can use it to make a point. Say be a comparative with your faith, but you can't tell me say you are a Christian and you are teaching people the Islamic way.
I'm not
or you are
them.
an Islam and you are teaching people the Christian way.
I believe
now you are a contradiction to your faith.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Christianity is just one of the ways to heaven. Others can also lead there. Even atheists has a way of going. I just am contradicting myself.
That's why you believe in atheists.
I believe in it.
Atheists will believe say Christians believe this is their way. Muslims believe this is their way. Buddhists believe this is their way. A faith, okay? But so we are atheists now. Catch me say, who educated Christians, Christian principles are now you're atheist, Papa, because faith is what makes you, what your principles, what you believe in. And to say me a Christian. My principles may trana may comparison na may try na may kasa. My principles are purely Christian principles. But okay say we a Christian, you are a Christian, but you believe in atheism. You believe in Islamica. Na into multiple faiths ana.
Yeah, multiple faiths are also allowed. And besides, and then I was setting it straight that once you sit in this chair, whatever you say is about Christianity, you don't talk about that faith. Maybe no. She said, "No, what certain principles say maybe me Christian, me be man no kasa. It's about Christianity. It's not about any faith. But maybe me be man no kasa. It's about multiple faith. Me say manucho. Me come say from Bible point of view, they believe that Jesus is God. Then before Jesus, who are they?
No, if you told me, say. See, this is you are entitled to whichever faith you believe in.
Yes.
So I catch them and say, me a Christian. I don't believe in Christianity.
Yeah.
Me a Islam. Me a atheist. Me a Buddhist. And you are talking and making argument based on your faith. I wouldn't have problem with that. That is what you believe in. It's up to me as a Christian. Say, I may to me show you another way which can convince you. But so also in Bisa, I say, what do you believe in? What other point of view do you have? But it's also a Christian there. Then you have to hold on to your faith and your principle as a Christian.
There are 5 fingers.
There are 5
fingers. I believe in my pink finger. It doesn't mean I can't talk about the 4. The 4 can't also hold the glass.
When it comes to faith, you can't have multiple faith.
That is you.
As a person.
That is you. I'm
faith
Baha'i.
Is faith.
I am Baha'i. I believe every faith will take you to Jannah. That is me. Now, why don't you want to accept that one too? There are people with multiple faith.
No.
Or me a Baha'i for?
No.
Maybe. Charlotte says a Baha'i. Of course, Charlotte says Baha'i.
Where are they?
Baha'i. You're from Bahai.
Yeah, you see. Faith. And I don't want to know.
And I'm telling you.
I don't want to know.
Because at the end of the day, you are forcing me to enter the realms of faith and religion.
Where force means?
Because you don't want to talk about it.
Maybe say. Who say any other point of view? And Bisa say, who point of view? Do you see from Bible point of view?
Yes,
and Bisa say, do you believe in any other?
Oh, I believe in all other faiths. I believe in them.
You believe in them.
Exactly. And but I made them a Christian, but all other faiths I believe and I learn about them. And I believe
you can learn about
unfortunately them. For me, my parents gave me this at birth. That is my belief.
You can learn about them.
See, I have a friend, Malik, he's a Muslim. To me, argument, and like I said, you know what? You were born a Muslim, right? Your parents are Muslim. That's what they gave to you. They fed you Islam from birth, right? That's why you are. I was also fed with Christianity. Or be converting faith, I respect them because they feel they've learned higher knowledge. No, they are converting. Or banting no more converting. I have a problem because of a woman. You
don't have a problem. No crying out here, Kasa about right. Or be right and say, me follow the faith. What's your problem?
Oh, same for me, but say we are madam.
Why should you have a problem?
We are Christian. Or bantu kwa Muslim. I oppose you. Are denouncing Christ
now. So now you see somebody doesn't have a right to change their faith. Because
they have a right.
But Obi Betime can say, I feel like being a Bema, and then that is acceptable.
I'm a fundamental human rights activist. I don't have a problem you changing your faith. I will respect you for it.
No, I'm not saying, sir.
You shouldn't change your faith based on conditions.
No. You said you will have a problem.
As a good friend, say you are denouncing Jesus Christ because of love of another human being. And then the American church, I didn't tell Muslim or Baby, I'm no friend and the parents, Mama, me no. So one will question your book.
If one will question your book, the Asian can I can't say Asian. A bit to me, I can't do a bit my people do them all the time. Okay, let's say I feel, of course, I know Banti now.
No Jawe, so Jawe.
Better no Jame.
That
is another day topic.
No, we are madam for. That's why I'll have Obi a madam for. I mean, we have this conversation. We are madam for. What's it? Obabi,
it's quite interesting.
Memuna to among us of faith. Says, I made a two by say, sorry. One tea, Memuna to no friend, and my say, never pass my ass or young family, mammy. I will point they're dangerous. So one way, I see Muhammad is the way. I don't have a problem. It's a personal decision now. We're deeper knowledge.
And let me be say, why should you have a problem? If it because
that's Jawe.
When Jawa, you are talking of one side of the point. When Jamin's way, when
Jawa, she might lead you to sin.
Okay,
because you didn't learn.
It comes back to the argument. Let's
go there. I mean, it's interesting. Let me understand it.
Bema, any Bema TV. Also, I feel there. Me feel some Bema, but me person me worry Bema. And yes, say mama coin.
Or do you know that there are times me no bet man and you'll be happier with each other than me being with a woman or you being with a woman?
What do you mean?
Companionship. Some people find greater pleasure in talking to a man than a woman.
No, without necessarily.
Getting
the act of sex. These people do.
That's why
they are now.
Why do people marry? Why do people marry? I think the first is companionship. The sex is secondary.
Why do you know?
You think because of sex in a civil partnership, a man and a man marries?
Yeah, Tiwana again. You know, Bema for the.
No, they can decide to
no. Maybe a simple question. If it is for the companionship, yet we are some. I told you this the last time. Me back room ha. Na me ba America na me ye juma loose sad am
yeah
fine. And then I met one guy or Catholic or Fiasafo Kofi Alamo. As a story with my catch order. Mishia no me figana na aba for Ghana sa sebisa nkwase asem no eni ho
exactly
me ba no so ye juma loose nti ye fa me loose a me hu no so ni me nani age eti ye nam store ho na ya to abasakom. You see how Ghana men guys
we no be to akoda one hotel.
Yeah to abasakom because the award juninum nebu nipa for. Intimate to abasakoma ye nam store ho because I think I had come for my interview so maybe sign papers. I was about to start work I think the following week or so. Neto abasakoma ye kono mbrofo na gusto ho no nyina obi everybody is pointing and say look
guys
it's here na msikofi ade and I say o move say go
you see societal
and I'm saying can I so say san kwase anema no
of course you can use it
I mean but they may drive this point home ni say Ghana yete ho no be ma to abasakom ni nante ye di agro if it is for companionship it is still there. Ghana mema ye namfo more chen man ma e man ma ye namfo more even though your opposite friendship
ochikrom yete woni enka brofo all of a sudden no mo de brofo aba be shim
unyini ya sabi ya wo to asase
influx of English in your village now was it like first me dey say ade na ba na to hwe companionship means that yeah insurance abom yeah we abom that one all that marriage people do in this country you know get to gain that's what you are civil partnership na you can obini obiti you do stuff together the law recognizes you as a couple
no
you
are missing a point
as a companionship and all if you can become you can be companions legally and do things as a couple
o say Maybe what's my go for buy my
companionship.
Seek companionship first.
So you ask me what do I mean by companionship?
No, companionship
like a married couple. Companionship, a married couple, when you form with your honor. The same way again, and so Beman, they feel that several partners,
they feel that. They feel if they feel say Beman, insurance, into unso benefit mini Bemada. Na wa saka say, semi feel say, Obanti, as a semi sister. Some consumer me feel you see Bema feel you okay but me me feel so banti me sisa me Christo some cremo na me cremo back Christo some there see you have a problem with me.
Yes,
is it not the same feel?
Because I have a problem with you as a friend, because you have to be sure that change of because of Nipa
you be gay there. I shouldn't have a problem.
No, we again I will say so what do? You derive happiness from the anal sex with a man? No, say yes, man. Yes. Are you sure? Maybe mommy dear me about to na na me po. Now Opo say you think I should have a problem with you and be condemning you?
Oh, you see.
I like women, and I will never. At the age of 6 years, crying, I never made a decision. Opo time no support Chelsea. No, let's people are enjoying.
Argument.
But yeah, say
Chelsea,
you have a choice. You had a choice. You decided at a point in time in your life that me pay Chelsea and
because ni na football clubs.
You didn't decide to love the woman.
No, me football club na o kano. A sport. I'm
talking about choices here.
No, choices here now. At what time? Me support to Manchester United, me support to Real Madrid, me support to Monaco, PSG, Barcelona, Liverpool, whatever. The same thing. The crop. Football clubs.
What makes them different? But they have their differences. They have their difference in ideology.
Yeah, was sex. Yeah, Beman. Yeah, bar.
You are being evasive. I'm asking you.
Football analogy doesn't come in here.
I'm talking about choices. You see, you don't even listen. Choices. At what point no decides to support Chelsea?
Me say no doesn't come in here.
No catch me on. Me at the age of 17, I chose Arsenal.
Doesn't come here.
Mama come here. Maybe you don't understand. Let me use my. At the age of 17, 97, 96, one. Now me decided me pay Bayern Munich. Me pay Man U. Until where do I go? In England. Good. But when it comes to sexuality, I never sat down to decide that me poor Bana say Bema. I was born. It was inherent. It's a maybe so say. At what point now we pay Chelsea?
If it was inherent, and some people are saying, "Say,
so why wouldn't I believe them?"
Wow.
Opo, you don't even. Let's open our ears to this.
Yeah,
Opo, you don't let me land on my point. So, did you sit down one day to decide? Did you decide?
That is nature. It's common sense.
So it's inherent. It's natural.
You always talk about common sense.
So it is natural.
Yeah.
But football, there, it's a choice. You decided.
Of course.
That's what I'm telling you. That
class
reason why I believe that maybe a gay choice is inherent, because I don't think he sat down to choose between a man and a woman or decided. Said, did he decide? You think it was a decision? That like
what you'll be interview. I worked. I worked with somebody. A mommy no I know my worry legally. Me person me bo adwuma dey.
Of course. Leave the names out. Tell the story.
Omo reason. Say omo worry ni say we see on Bema tonight. Bema sisi like cheating. On omo mienu nyina.
They had strange relationships and the men deceived them and then they decided
to say omo for omo cheat. They cheated on them.
Yeah, deceive. Obi cheat.
No, deceive a broad subject altogether, because deceive could be in terms of finance, in terms of, but we know it was specific. Say they cheated on them.
If I cheated financially, we cheat on you, but I still a cheat.
No, but until I'm here specific. So until I say deceive, I'm saying deceive can be broad.
Yeah,
even to me I buy more.
But
we don't cheat. You go for bar.
Their brain was rewired.
I'm go for bar from.
Yeah, you're my yanom.
And you're my yantin or near bar tonight.
Yes.
And who be say give for year sample now your interviewer.
Have a story. Good. It even takes us
1% come back as inherent now.
Oh, me shank of see inherent.
Only give for Brescia atnawa. Omoni Bema ni oba omatna. Bema so ni oba atna. But the beer adiana anko no. Sometimes just like you said last week, say bi ho a sikanso ni
bread, especially in Africa.
It's inherent as a
them just would one person better describe
how can this be inherent?
Your faces a boo honuma miss me show already 50 years on for bada. Michelle Bronimbia, Michelle no Belgium must see 50 years on for bada. He doesn't derive happiness from a woman. He was married to a guy.
I know feels so inherent.
Or say no compare the beautiful friends in your mommy. Or in Bana more offending your mommy.
Ochantro obwa.
it's just why the Opemba. A bit one may see this is the foundation a week. They are easily
it purely doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, from where you stand, even to me.
It doesn't make sense.
Even to me.
Because
it doesn't make sense.
So far Santibio ne eba issue ni sunano. And I know what I say. Very diabolical because omon krom propagating. Barack Obama otina krom hama force yama Supreme Court. Emma adian ye legalized in this country no. Sabi
so I surely propagate my feelings and what I like. Say no kan.
Ono wajidi.
Intiman propagate ade obi pe.
Omo yen. Adian ye simply it doesn't even make sense.
Mbema so omo form ye no machin so.
Me ba ye ba betu. Na entina na me bisa say wuti ho no. Wuti ho no. O girl ba ko pe. Yo, he enters.
Back up. Okay. No, what is propagate on all the things you like?
How can you preach on something you dislike? That is our own panel. Then
there should not be freedoms in this world.
What are you talking about?
I don't drink, so whenever I am, I speak, I don't drink.
You leave any part. What you are? Principles. And your conscience.
I don't like politics, so I should preach against politics. I should not propagate it.
Sometimes, sometimes
no, you never said that
overextended.
No, I said why propagate? No, you said why propagate something you don't like? Why propagate something you personally don't like? I don't agree to it. You can't propagate it. Yes. Why should you talk about it?
If you do it without me telling you now, I'll tell you, say, apart from the fact that it can lead you to distraction.
There should be,
and then I can tell you and give
it should be a banana republic. I don't believe in Christianity. Me say Bible Christ say me tell you said nya wo ye na ebone. Banana republic.
That's any who don't ti ana boa kama di na chi kwa beso. Ne ana da ho no. Empanfo say enipa that's any who don't ti ana boa kama di na chi kwa beso. Na nyansanfu say ensem pa na apese wutie dia. Ene Worcester bonte so ha. Onua ya sanse Unity Radio. Ho na ensem no hwegu.
Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo sini. Yeah, and sports stories no yen sheda nkomu deep. I'm on for Facebook or power. Mesramo yeah munso nko na yanto Larry Siwa any ochame commentator one for me, one for so yeah Siwa basically as a on it ochame commentator exchanges on Facebook. Back and forth. That is how the show goes. Sometimes, the official and Mr. Mama Yinsuya the Bama and Kumbamanucho no. Sometimes now he's trying to be just controversial. Mamunfino, controversial. Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo ni nondu aba pa unsimadio nunu mane basically the ebe share Ghana baba yadi ababa yenhwe quickly sporting news kakra ewo ho kai say the aseda kese ma Anochi Chrome restaurant Otayechi Richway Auto School boy ma yenya license ewo Chrome ha ana Dan Auto anso car no problem bia no obesiesie the Anochi Cold Store ewo 54 and 58 Hamilton ana ono so etai echi yadi aseda mom na abiam babrin salon se bra na be yuti na bibia nso nkonkan fama o main street sanso ene yadi aseda PSA pa ma rough roofing udan na wasi Ghana no obeboa na waboso nyina nso e de amount na ye kama in course of the show no mo beti omo ho enkomo bebre ewo eye jumedi so aha eye Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo sini yenhwe sporting news kakra yaboaboa no emfa emremo ene ye bre no ko ba quickly now BB Sam say opo and Worcester weather no ya na ehia pa ma memfa weather forecast no said there and besi akọ so mfa ma quickly unza weather report no ya Richway to school adaruma and now my de bremo enra na ye 40s and temperature no say 37 maximum ibenya 38 degrees Fahrenheit. That is going to be around 1 p.m. 2 if we 2 corner bed drop to 36 by 4 na 34. Lowest temperature benya na awobewom anajo ebebo 11 on 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is going to be the lowest temperature benya say 37 but it feels like 28. awia bebo efiti no mienu kopim say bebo no num say day no gradually is extending first na ball 4 na esumaba they say yewura match munti as a day no twiko na chin kakran we are gradually getting longer days than when we were in January. Inti sana say akwa 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. it's going to be sunny. If 6 aircon be clear kopim say ebebodu bako. Lowest temperature 23 degrees Fahrenheit, maximum about 38. Right now it's 37, but it feels like 28. So that is your weather forecast for the day. It's yana wa so edi amame. It's your word of motivation and I am farmer mufanchen your time no ko. It's yami ad much na yanubi and I point made in crowd we can give you some inspiration. AC Milan yanko share agudi hunsem AC Milan ehunsem ewa ha na eno da nchenso so asema Steven apia de tuja no da nchenso ebekọ akọhwe Manucho da bena Ghana ne Gambia Ghana ne
match 6
Algeria
Saturday
yani
Uganda
edge out Algeria
edge out Tunisia you have to play with Tunisia in the other semi-final until Uganda won.
Wow.
Until your Independence Day that is exactly the Independence Day in Mauritius in the final
6 match.
Exactly.
Okay, you share other sporting news kakra. Yabo no na mfama mo quick ye brain ya sha say the Steven Tornado appear so ye nyina nim say former Black Stars captain and AC Milan Abrantia a friend Steven Tornado appear in his playing days was it now very close to joining AC Milan and Antony Ankwanko Bamu yes at no see akan Edema Udinese. Now the former Black Stars captain was handed a gold watch by the Rossoneri engraved with "For you the doors will always be open" after a move to bring him to the San Siro from Udinese fell through. And Steven Appiah say nanka ekaka krabi and kokwa kusi akan di ama AC Milan and no Antony Ankwanko ye na anya ye no na AC Milan for ya de bia ono ose na wure mfida omo ye watch and omo engrave ye ka say ya engrave bibia na che omo shada tworo a design a customize di ama tworo bibia go ho say Steven Appiah we ye wo de fi AC Milan ho na de wo ho ne say ye bie epono no de ato ho de ama anytime a person be si akan edema AC Milan bia no obetumi aba eno ene ensama ene Steven Tornado Appiah enso atumi edi ababesi adi ababetu edwa Ghana national under 20 team from say Black Satellite eguso a omo AC akan ewo African Youth Championship ano say no African Cup of Nations under 20 no na Ghana ni abrante ba ko born home dey friend say Precious Boa and na me no work say was inspired by Jordan Ayew and Ghana Stars to beat Uganda to glory. Na nina ni say Ghana say ya qualifier ya kwa kusi akanya me yadma 6th of March which is Ochinechi Ghana and Uganda or the finals of the African Nations Cup. I know under 20 edition. Now I believe that as a team we have what it takes to fight for this trophy. We have the motivation and the will to fight for it. We know it's tough, but we will give it our all. We and someone boa Eddie Etuga. Now what say Mrante bi ti say Jordan Ayew mo and Black Stars players ni nyina nkranhye anyina no ayade a eno na ebo mama Ghana atumi akodi nkunim nyame adoma on the 6th of March na eno so eno no Ghana and South Africa African Cup of Nations qualifier na obeka ya bet say a week ago ya de betu manim say South African Football Federation is ya ya nka CAF entumi nsesa match no Ghana na de call say nka be ya CAF ensesa venue of the game no fanko neutral grounds na eno na South Africa for so about bonten say confederations of African football eternity kind of CAF enim na almost some match no venue no de call neutral grounds a enya ade abon no ombebo nti eno enso ne nsema de abetuja nemu ene ya me no work say South Africa game against Ghana no report exclusively abetuja che say ball no eyade a ye be ball no ewo South Africa, baby, a force says Soccer City. South Africa Football Association chief, who reference Tebogo, Eddie Ababe Tuja say Ghana, any South Africa qualifier, no, Ebekoso as planned, FNB Stadium, Johannesburg, any and someone. Any Ababetu Ija into Ghana, any South Africa game no neutral grounds are not Ghana for Eshushano, and ya Ghana and Sa Ekanye. Ningna a coronavirus variant, South African variant nearby in Tinama. GF in Penifo on health grounds no anka hu be here pa say ebesisa the venue of the match. Now so me no work say enya ade a South Africa for no epini and a calf on so entumi and decided on and favor Ghana. Nti ano so ene de ni etumi ababeto edwa enso ewo ho. Na ye transem no so pa de a na ye hwe ene a me no work say abrante friend say Mubarak Wakasu ni others leave Ghana camp. Now Ghana's preparations for their 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against South Africa and Sao Tome and Prince later this month will take a break from Thursday. The Football Association and the Black Stars said they are second in the stage of preparations for the March 25 and the 28 double header. Camping contingent is made up of 32 home-based players and 2 foreign-based stars, namely Wakasu and Emmanuel Boateng, who both play club football in China. Now the Black Stars will break camp on Thursday, which is today, after a 1-week training program in Accra, with an official statement in Swa GF Diaba. The players held their final training session on Wednesday morning and are expected to depart for their respective clubs Thursday for this weekend match, the 17 Premier League games. And I'm saying, Ebema Omo breaking camp for a week, not just and also at their etumi ababeto edwa enso so ewo ho eno no Kumasi Asante Kotoko Brazilian player Edin Sembi ababeto edwa Manu Jose Gama
yeah.
Or say omu aim and say omu be improve the Ghana Premier League na Kotoko ababe dasro intende ameno e ka say Kotoko midfielder Fabio Gama or say kwan bia so no Kotoko e was say one standing matches na aka no omu tumi hye so omu hye na je se soro koda omu tumi aba be that league no soro ho ama bibia nso atumi akọ enkan ede ama omu na eno nso ede na Kumasi Asante Kotoko ho asema ye kan de ma memfa we mfam se Kotoko ne has match a omu eboy no enipa bebre say match no and live up to the standards of Ghana Premier League eno na GFA exco member opani a ono ye friend Dr. Tony Ubin nasma odi abetudwa eni se ogitum ye pa se Ghana awasa etumi make audacious effort na ye improve the standard of the Ghana Premier League isan se Kotoko ne ha se kra omo ye topmost clubs ewo country ni mu no omo hia na omo mienu ball no na nya ade na efe kra eno so ene ensemo a ene ababeto edwa ensam de doors ba the brain nti yemfa local stories ni sio na yema foreign staff no kakra bi na yehwe enra Ghana Premier League matches ni bi echoes English Premier League matches ni bi echoes so sana enenso ebi ebekoso na quickly yehwe results I tumi pie enra Manchester United sesi ano de enema nhyada enkoye Omo any Crystal Palace enra no bi asusu se after a stalemate against Chelsea no come to me agrabo e mamiensa na it wasn't to be Samson na Leicester so and to me anye mamiensa na Burnley etena fie on Leicester ebo 1-1 Sheffield eshe Aston Villa bako even though Sheffield United edge red card in the 57th minute now so mu ehodu on eshe Aston Villa kabako Aston Villa entumi ante Crystal Palace any Man United obi entumi anto no yonko atena sa uko Italy enra Man U ni Crystal Palace match na earlier on make say Harry Maguire any Rashford omu wie na omu kontokwa verbally na nya kura Italy Serie A Sassuolo any Napoli ball 3-3 Atlanta share Crotone 5-1 Benevento tenefie Verona share 3-0 Cagliari etwa Bologna 1-0 Fiorentina tenefie ma Roma share 2-1 ena Genoa ni Sampdoria Tipenko 1-1 ena Milan enso drop points enra in their chase for the Scudetto omni Udinese obi a share baako France Brest share Dijon
Brest you say a big game rough yeah share rough luscious Brest yeah boy your first name delicious Brest
what ho wan kasa make bubo resource no mako England mako
South one ma Ukraine your bolding kwekwa na wa sorry Ukraine enemy team na supporting
Ukraine Brest
luscious Brest your Brest na yani onim na BERST
sasa so na
BERST
yeah
okay Breast I think we are talking about the breast the breast
na so mo sports the omunim say
breast the one on the chest of a woman akese na sisi
so other now can say the one on the chest of a person
well, me have a chest. Me have a chest I don't have a breast
na this the workroom near there
it has no milk yes. But breast, every man loves breast. You know they like them big, but
you are telling me every man loves breast. And then the next time
I'm talking on the contest.
And the next time you tell me, say every man has his own inherent to like man.
That is them.
Yeah, to us. Breast, Esha Dijon 3-1. Leon, Echa Reni 1-0. Met Etnefi Anges Esha and Bakwa went to me auntie. Nice Echa Nimes 2-1. Saint Etienne Etnefi Emma Lons Esha 3-2. Bordeaux Etnefi Paris Saint-Germain trying to come back on to me auntie Lille. And so Ede Eja Mienugu Olympic Marcel. Eso a moment to me auntie Mubako Kramon Pay ni Lorraine. Ebo 1-1. Nance Etnefi Ma Reims 2-1. And a Strasbourg and so Etnefi Ma Monaco. And then the pace where Strasbourg she Monaco Kabakwa went to me auntie. Nyame ya aduma ene games ni bibeko so me pato England menye Chelsea ni Liverpool nkwa na ebo Fulham any Tottenham ebo eno no ye 1 o'clock ebo 1 no Everton so any West Brom ebo and Sun ebo 3:15 Liverpool any Chelsea edi abo eninti Premier League no so ene 3 games ena ekoso na Italy Parma any Inter Milan Lukaku be in action for Inter today and also any the tier na chese ene games ekoso quickly Yemfa good unsam no emrano away because of time constraint. Now Manucho and I want to mean and glance it through a lot. You are only looking at Liverpool Chelsea. Quickly.
Yeah, we have a lot to say, but I'm fan change to me. Yambanti, at least you say.
Yeah, Bantam by Asian debate in sports.
Yambantem, one Bantam. We see. I saw about 9. We
were earlier today than yesterday. That's what
but still you are late. You see, me criticize
you are late or we are late.
Oh, you are late.
We are late or you are late.
Let me talk about you.
We are late or you are late.
Gay, so let me talk about you. I'm talking about you are late.
Yeah, my 8:43
na metia. About 9:43 say you came. We see you came early. Opo you are late. I mean you should be professional now. What's your best at 9? What about 8:43 say I came early?
8:43 now what here?
I was here.
Sir.
Evidence. Me a politician.
Memfra kwesi.
Me a politician.
Memfra kwesi no mfra online so say.
I mean, I was here at 8:43.
Okay, I'm going there.
What about 9:43 say I was early? Yeah, I think the biggest game.
Cry dancing into.
Yeah, I was with him. Maybe cry me corner.
So Uba ya okwacha Mr. Dance no me.
The truth is, you said 9.
Majatu
9:43.
Majatu Manucho Uba has 7. 7.
No, 8:43 I'm doing.
Okay, I'm quiet.
Yeah, I think the biggest game. I mean, in the past, Uncle, when a title decider, but all of a sudden, it fights for top 4. Interestingly, both of them have German. I'm a
chame commentator. No one will call Facebook giddy.
About a way there.
It's an issue, no. Giddy. On the case, you are talking like a typical Ghanaian, or the other messages by a man can. No coin giddy. And I am Larry Siwa. No, champion so go back and forth. But I say, Manuchu, I would like to meet you. Much love. Or no, no. On castle support argument. But so, person who share one-on-one.
You see,
exactly,
a very good Chelsea I think it's the biggest game. My end the sense. It's a top 4. It's a fight for top 4. Yeah. Both teams have won the 3 points badly because they want to be in the top 4 because they are
for Champions League.
And the man here they said they are both German managers. When him say that way. Tuchel will follow the steps of Klopp in a way
from Mainz
to Dortmund. And between them, so Misha 14 times.
But Klopp is ahead of
9.
Tuchel.
Klopp has won 9. Now Tuchel 3. So it sets itself up beautifully. Yeah, Dennis Alisson Becker, no papa with you. Only said no papa will Brazil trying to swim. Yeah, and he will play. He will be in the 28th.
But I think sir, Tuchel has become a better manager from the Mainz days because Ocean more now Ocean more
when the
Klopp push more.
Yes.
Now I know what Dortmund.
Exactly.
And we were Mainz. And I only said Dortmund, bigger club than. But Hana as a team,
in
terms of quality.
I agree.
It will be an interesting game.
I agree that Chelsea sentiments. So, but
no, sir. For discussion,
14 games. I mean, 9-3.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Klopp will upper hand over Tuchel. Let's be honest with
that. I mean, 14.
No, I had to say, let's be honest too. And now I see Chelsea sentiment. I had to say about England. Now Ebia Obi coach Manchester United. No, Obi coach Sheffield. Now Shano be Brian news.
But
when Obi could Liverpool.
No, because
and now Arsenal, and now Chelsea. Now one coach decided na Mourinho di Arsene Wenger. Then you can say no, Untimino Crab because Mutim near of comparable status.
Yeah,
I hope you.
But Chelsea was spending a lot of money. I mean, I'm about for front. Scan almost spend no beyond you're ready. How much ACM was bought?
Arsenal sentiment.
No, yes, sir. The truth, facts, na make a show.
And to make us player, but Arsenal was still a top. Arsenal was still a top club, right?
By using coins to buy Lamborghini, but mobile and mobile show cash. You showed a lot of money. You showed a lot of cash. Yes, and I'm over 30 million. I mean, that's what we were talking about in 2003, 2004.
24.4 million pounds.
No, 30 million. SCM was expensive.
24.4.
Yeah, true.
Go back and check. 24.4 million pounds.
Not at that time. SCM was cheaper than Drogba.
At that time, yeah. No, SCM was the most expensive African player. And Drogba at
that time, but we're quite on saying. Let's not go there, like you said.
Manucho. Go back.
Essien was one of the most expensive players
in Africa at the time.
But even in the whole world was expensive.
No, I need the whole world.
Was cheap? The whole world. So you're saying was cheap? Essien's price tag was cheap that time.
Me say he was the expensive African player.
But beyond Africa, he was still very expensive. Don't put it for Africa themselves. But Essien was one of the most expensive players of his time in 2004, 2005. He didn't come cheap
in the world. He was the expensive player in the world. Now for a player,
he was one of the most. He was the most expensive player.
Omar said time. Mekase specifically, he was the most expensive player in Africa.
But beyond Africa, he was still very expensive.
He was expensive, fine.
So what's the point?
He wasn't the most.
What can Africa? What can Africa now? I say most expensive player in Ghana. Not just it will be swallowed.
Africa and Ghana.
Me more example. I mean, he will be swallowed. But Asian's price tag compete that time among the top 5.
My goodness.
Why are you trying to believe by say Asian's price tag was for Africa?
Manager, me see the most expensive player on the continent of Africa.
But beyond Africa,
he wasn't the most in the world.
But he was expensive.
So I can say
he was one of the most expensive.
And to be expensive player in the
So why do you want to limit his price tag to Africa?
Obi the most expensive player on the continent.
But why are you limiting his price tag to Africa? Because he's an African.
Can I finish? Obi the most expensive player of Africa. Not just an Ebuefo we are saying. Is that what that implies?
I said it was one of the most expensive players of his time. I don't know why you said Africa. I don't need it. I'm doing my analysis. Why did you tell me Africa? Because he's an African. Essien was one of the most expensive players of his time.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness.
So you disagree? Essien was one of the most expensive.
Can we just stop this?
You are talking about Chelsea.
Because I'm
bullying.
Maybe I argue with him first saying here. In the first place, the price you quoted was even wrong.
It's not wrong.
Was it over 30 million? It wasn't
over 30 million. It was coming from.
Essien was
Chelsea, one of the most expensive
players is not even playing for Chelsea. Your time, Ninti. Chelsea, Liverpool.
Oh God. Okay. So the truth is that it's one of the biggest games. The good thing about Tuchel is buying over 7 games, he's not lost a game. And for Liverpool, they were going a bad patch till Omunia that 2-0 over Sheffield. So it sets us up beautifully, and the game will be at Anfield. I think whichever way, we are going to really enjoy ourselves. I personally think that Liverpool should be easier not to crack down Manchester United. Liverpool, if you're able to hold Mane Salah, especially Salah gets a bit off the mark if he doesn't get it right. So me expect one beautiful game this afternoon.
Okay.
And I think,
on August 14, 2005, Lyon and Chelsea agreed a transfer fee of 24.4.
How much? Pounds or
pound sterling?
No, am I talking of way? Mami equivalent of way. Where was he bought from? Mami equivalent in euro. I mean, you see, we didn't say the money, ma'am. Equivalent.
Me can scan now see over 30
million. Did you say pounds?
Yeah, me pounds na American.
Me euro was a pound.
Okay, euro. British for Britain for to player, they say it in pounds.
Oh, the point is price tag.
24.4.
Price tag. Give me in euros too. I mean,
na computer is when
I'm doing analysis. Me here. What are you are doing it?
Na some multitasking.
Money in euro.
Put me chat only.
Wait, me know why. Pogba we say 89 million pounds. So if you say 100 million euro, they are not wrong. So why are we saying
now this can I maybe say 24.4 million.
Maybe say 30 million.
But 1 can euros.
Now what pounds?
Yeah.
What pounds?
Yeah.
Maybe say 30 million euro.
24.4 million pounds.
Into equivalent in euros in yen.
Anucho, can we stop this and go?
No, but the point is that
Osi Mebama, what they call Chelsea near you.
When you said Pogba 100 million euros, about 89 million pounds.
Can we stop this and go on?
No, you always
interrupting what is on the table this
So I think it's this afternoon. It's going to really be afternoon in USA, evening anyway. So it's a big game, and I'm expecting Chelsea to, if they have any realistic chance of being in the top 4 now, this is a game they shouldn't lose, because gradually we are getting to the dying numbers. There's just a little, about 26, 27. So points here you share now is just about 33 points. So it means that every game should count. Against the backdrop, say Chelsea, about where we are, is going to play Everton near there. Then late, it's coming in quick succession. So I think for whatever way.
Didier Drogba was bought for 24 million pounds. Everything I could. ACN was 24.4.
So that's why ACN was more expensive than Drogba.
That's why I said he was the most expensive African player.
And beyond that, give us the most expensive player then in the whole world. That at that time, it will bring an interesting debate, because I know Chelsea were buying. But the most expensive.
Drogba went to Chelsea a year before ACN.
Oh, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It makes him the most expensive African player. But there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, achieved. They couldn't give the results. I mean, I talked to Anthony. They are still trying to get results. Intermediate player price tag and put there. Yeah, man, come here 80. Player
controversy there.
Player price tag and put there. Me say them find your way. So it's a big game that is expected. But you see, this thing came about when Tuchel, I agree. Tuchel has matured over the time, through the days work up PSG to get some relative success in there. Although the Champions League was the ultimate, isn't it? A big game, and I'm expecting, for me and where I sit and as a neutral, I hope to enjoy myself, and I'm hoping it will come with all the beauty too. But for Liverpool, if they want to have a realistic chance in there, this is a game that they have to win. Yeah, so give me that price tag, because
and do you want the measure?
What's it?
I'm
expecting Liverpool, Chelsea to have a good run, but I am feeling there. Liverpool always have a way of getting it right in their strides, but player by player, in terms of confidence going into this game, there, I think Chelsea has got harnessed enough confidence to really have this one under their belt. But experience will come to play in here. So club behind the power, but my heart is with Chelsea for very good reasons. I don't know, but I want Chelsea to really win this game. Yeah, permanent interest.
Is it real?
And I'm because my heart is Liverpool crash me baby na.
No. I want you to be real, because
no. The point is Liverpool have not, after winning the trophy. You say Liverpool team, it has been some major deciding factors. There may be a Fabinho, a Virgil van Dijk. They really make it work. Club weakness. I maybe when he say he built a team, he did not build a squad, because we share teams of what may achieve all around the world now. They do it with just like 12 to 15 players. Team of Manchester United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, holding on. They have that core of their team, and they have their 6th, 7th, 8th men. And look at the 12th, 13th, 15th men. They come in to augment when they go and get stuff. But on the end, he made
or Chame say politician Manucho. Also, a typical politician.
Yeah, but mechanical.
Because Makaka said the most expensive African player.
Yeah. Oh, but Yibra, say price differential that time rate.
No, so maybe share other stories. No, I mean, Ghana.
Yeah, I'm that time rate, because this time rate input is scanner bank, so you might not get it. But that time,
yeah, you say I'll bet me
yaba, and I'm more mutian, so much me yaba, because I know it's 30.
I've been proving that Asian boy didn't change Drogba. So
that one I agree. No,
initially now
never. Asian is more expensive than Drogba. Yeah, TMU. And who doesn't know this? Asian there. So you think 30? Drogba was 30. Asian was at 30.5.
Boga. Yon Ghana. Sanse kuntu hia na chia na eko. Efisem hu hia papa. Ampa watna bro chirache. Die na eko so wunchi. Agira watie Unity Radio. Unity Radio. Die in kansa ase. Timen ada. Edam framamu se yo. Unity Radio. Killer. Bia dadin.
Unity Radio 1039. Yeah, the sporting segment in EC. Chelsea need Liverpool. Wait me the prediction about Facebook. Who said Samuel Apia say Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2. He feels that Liverpool will be able to beat Chelsea. Match we also Enrameno Casameka Senator. Because say Liverpool match we know. Miss Ruchen United man can't you?
Yeah.
Me is boy United say I mean United, in as much as Liverpool a team no defensive no my weak no so attacking yet. That has been our biggest problem. Liverpool so attack and I so defense ye nti yen team capitalize it against the weakest side of team no, which is their defense now. So I hope say be and then Tuchel can make some tweaks in the team now, because player bit says Ziyech, and then me who's not starting game now, me bube full papa. But unfortunately for us to Temi Abraham, any Thiago Silva couldn't make the trip. And the pre-match, and I say Abraham and ankle injury or training, and he's out. And then Thiago Silva is not match fit, and he lacks match fitness. So Silva is also not playing. And it's going to be a big blow for Chelsea. But I think that defensively we have had some solidity of late. But attacking midfield, it's okay. But attacking wise, any old problem. Means be a neobebo Kai Havertz. I think that he should play Kai Havertz a little more. So bebo Ziyech party and over more Kai Havertz because Ziyech no masa enkoye Manucho enkoye.
Ziyech, I think I agree.
The way enkoye,
I think
he can. Obi a left-footed player. He cannot take any player on. Odibon man and Odibon man and not saying about body and near 38 in from women. Open national name a star power.
Yeah, but
look at Riyad Mahrez when he's on the ball. Look at Mohamed Salah when he get African Wizards. They almost so momo. Oh, Ghana, Africa for more players are almost bobbing commanding na Kalusha Meboa.
Yes,
Kalusha boy, ya Bedi Pele.
Yeah.
So,
your coach.
I judge your crowd, no, both. So, no, Nanga say, if I no, both. So, by okay, Amunike, Emmanuel African star be a ball left on him, Bobby and him to check. See, incredible man. All he does is no across. I think no pass.
We saw him at AS as one of, or he will adapt. Also, you'll be
across.
He can, yeah, that one day. We not share last time. Yeah, but it's about confidence. You see, it's a Butama or what we know. Leon Obano, he was playing as a number 8, not calling him. But Bano, you're born a 6er. He was only doing distribution and getting him.
No, but Manucho still is in the outcome. Morino Bebono
as a defensive midfielder.
Yes. And in the duties are also But even the Asian was scoring like crazy.
Yeah,
at Chelsea. But where you born is 6.
Mine has to do with his confidence. I think
you're born by your ball IS now.
But what some few games he did well. I mean, he did.
Oba, the ball no she go.
Yes, that beautiful goal.
That was his.
That game.
Oba Chelsea, not in the sport.
The highest point, but the point is that so his footballing prowess is not in doubt, but fitting into the team and being confident to hold the ball.
I think so. Meaning so share Man U now. The way I pressing is he trouble. Even first
he had a bad game. He had a very bad game. I don't know why I even started him. Coach, that is.
I think so.
Even at
Oba England no. Not Dutch media no say. Dutch league name as physical as England, so he's not going on so he isn't going to be successful. But I made me feel say Ushe Ziyech now Ushe Mahrez difference in him in terms of body stature
and style
and physicality.
Mahrez a bad checker crowd. We saw him, he did well at Leicester, but till he started flourishing. To me, I will give him a season to really what you say certain. I don't even see standing.
Just kicked in.
I agree.
1.something million pounds.
You are seeing a certain. I don't even see standing that his football prowess is never in doubt. It's my man just a season because naturally
Scott Saffo say in top 6 games form is out of the window. Liverpool wins at Anfield. I mean, so okay, in terms of form, the Anka Chelsea, I had current form. I mean, when you say current form,
but
Liverpool is still Liverpool. A team here to me blipping form.
No, but Tuchel is yet to lose. He's having all the magic around him. It will be comical. So because say,
but we are also not scoring as much as we should.
Oh, it's not
squandering chances. And
this game will be very tactical.
In our last 2-3 games, we didn't create it.
No, but the confidence is there. I like the way Chelsea is playing. I saw them against Atletico, one of the most tactical teams. They were able to marshal tactics. And maybe we said Tuchel has a grip on the team, and most of the players are doing well. Say Chelsea will see this game, it will take some confidence off. But I believe they will play to a strategy. They need to possess the ball.
Most likely result today.
Maybe 1-1. 1-1. But if there should be a win, I'm expecting Chelsea to do a 2-1.
A year about Facebook, everybody's going for Liverpool win.
Yeah, because of their prowess that they've done at Anfield.
And
like you said, the top
there's so much at stake in this game.
Yes.
just like it was last year. Last year, almost 5-3 Now, Chelsea. Stop Liverpool winning the league. It was 2007. Gerard Dembaba.
2010.
Yeah. 2010. So pre-match interview. Klopp said that I hope we play for our fans today. To make up for the loss. Who says how much? And now your boss City, City, I'm on Magic League Navy. But mo ball match and it is a final. I'm on the club Ukraine. Lampard the club in your exchanges.
Exactly.
Our touchline. And at this game. The intriguing aspect, this one has more significance than even last year's. One, Omubewa Saadiano, 2010 still at the back of their mind. 2, they are fighting with us for top 4. 3, who wins the German tussle?
Yeah,
club
between the two of them.
First in England. There's a lot to it.
At play. Yeah. It would have been good if it was a title decider or for the supremacy, but this one's for supremacy.
Yeah.
And
top 4.
A team flying high and a team just coming back from a demise or a blip. It will make it more interesting. Say Stamford Bridge and I think Chelsea will stand the biggest of chances and I'll go for straight on. But I'm trading
Frances is the only person on Facebook as I see our predicting win for Chelsea.
Oh yes,
that's my Frances.
Exactly.
Not your Frances anymore.
Yeah, exactly. The amount.
Yeah, because I also Chelsea team penasem. Oh sorry,
I'm saying me mechanical.
Yeah.
People will start believing my predictions. Come to be trap my bet in the idea. Mama we know betting on
say bear 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, slim margin Chelsea 2-1.
Until now they all go for Chelsea.
Oh, my analysis there.
Oh, we are now sarcastic. When you cast on the team 2-2.
No, but this Liverpool team, I don't think that there can be any better time for Chelsea to have a go at them. Jane said the back is even suspect. They are trying to Fabinho no money at the end, the middle no Wijnaldo money at the end. I mean, I don't want telepathic cohesion, understanding.
Alisson is back, but I was listening to some pundits yesterday. Moses Sankai Omwa Kade will not even put Alisson in the game because ne papa free mono. Prior to that, things were going on.
Yeah,
behind the scenes, I know you. Memza ne papa yira no or drowning ya no mo for this and no mo no. Nina might have contributed. Also, errors to us 2 or 3.
Exactly. Or bad in Nimbia. I don't know why he decided.
Oh yeah, penalty. No, sitting so 2 goals.
Yeah, that game. But you see, that makes it beautiful. That at the end of the day, confident. We a bit too. We Mikel Obi. You're kidnapping Papa Nigeria and he had to play. Decided to play in one of the best games he's played. Yeah. I think once the psychology, the dilemma comes in, you be who know alive, you who know near the end. But once it's a decided case, I believe that keeper has all the confidence.
So Alisson should play.
It should be in between the stakes.
Okay.
A personal decision said Mebo. So why deny him because you feel it's not okay psychologically to play?
So Alisson, surely according to Manucho, should be imposed for Liverpool. Until American Eastern Standard Time, 3:15. Ghana, 8:15 meboa. Say 5 hours more.
Exactly.
8:15 Ghana, 3:15 American Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, sure na heavy no. Na Ghana o mic no. Yeah, sure na heavy no. Na Ghana de no enwumre. So that is it for the sporting segment. Sammy, any more modern predictions by na. Yeah, that was Kokushoes. I was expecting your prediction. One farmer. Samuel Amankwa one foul de na ma no nzel ka say thanks for the good show.
But whichever way against supporters union will be happy. Asu, your pain is our joy.
If you were Man U fan, results Ben and Kalbepe. And Man U, one of them says match was also significant on Man U ni Leicester. Yeah, they lost because Omumi no so winning.
Yes, and for me, draw will be good for them. A draw will be 2 points lost as far as they are concerned.
Because draw will maintain the same number of points between Chelsea and then Liverpool. Come Leicester in 1 point.
Yeah.
Liverpool in 1. Man U in 1 point. And it is a Chelsea in 1, Liverpool in 1. Just maintaining.
So the top with the top 4 will be in the same state. For between them, there you see, league maybe I'm gonna say 3 sides, 3-3-3. 2 be there. They be a relegation battle.
But something tells me, say, Frances prediction, baby. Win for Chelsea.
Win for Chelsea. Yes. So for United fans, a draw will be 2 points lost by both teams. As much as I'm 1-1, but the reality is that we'll be at 3 now. Nature we're gaining that more 2 points more. For that reason, I think United fans will be looking at just a basic draw between them, because none of them looks like say wide apart. Then
okay, my team news kakrebi.
Yes.
Alisson will return according to BBC. Unso may say Saturday due to compassionate leave. Fabinho is also likely to be in the squad because we'll recover from muscle injury, while Diego Jota will be included if he can overcome illness. Diego Jota recover, but say he had some illness, and he said will recover illness. He'll be included in the squad, but probably he might not start. Chelsea and so as I say top scorer. Tammy Abraham said I'm so on your ankle injury. So they are assessing him, who suffered a minor ankle injury in training on Tuesday. Callum Hudson-Odoi is fit despite suffering a thigh problem at the weekend, but Thiago Silva remains out. Until any team news, any Ubia said yet.
Yeah.
Is it head to head, Kakra? Liverpool could win 5 successive league games against Chelsea for the first time since 1972.
Wow.
Who's a Lampard by and
5 straight games.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Chelsea have won just once in the past 12 league meetings, drawing 5 and losing 6.
So this is the best time they can stand a realistic chance with Liverpool not flying so high.
Chelsea have lost 23 Premier League fixtures versus Liverpool, more than against any other opponent.
Wow.
Until Liverpool actually Chelsea in the league than any other team. Liverpool have lost 4 consecutive Premier League home games, as many as in their first 100 under Klopp.
Yeah.
Lose 4 in a row. Yes. This is their 5th game. In terms of last 4 home games and so but in terms of against Chelsea and so almost Chelsea more.
Yeah.
And also come on.
Yes. So it sets it out.
The Reds could lose 5 competitive matches in a row at Anfield for the first time in their history. It been see that.
Wow.
So lose 5 games in a row. It been see that. Say Chelsea show muna. Nefisi at Liverpool Boboku na fini BSC.
Yeah.
But for the Omolusu be that was way back. So
Chelsea will set a new record for them. Maybe be able to beat them. Ever since they formed the club, they've never had that.
The last time Liverpool won at home was 16th December against Tottenham.
This year, Menkai.
December last year. This year, we win a home match.
So there's a lot at stake psychologically, emotionally, mentally for this game, and I think it sets it beautifully. Me hope said they will not be tread up.
Liverpool last 5 games at home. Almost a 1 goal. I know you're against City. Liverpool penalty now. Omni City. Salah Boshen. Last 5 games at home. Almost just 1 goal, and that was the penalty.
Yeah, but the good thing is that they have the core of their team back. And never born, but Virgil van Dijk's sideline, and then a bit of bad news. But I think the core is
Chelsea. So positives. Kakrani said Thomas Tuchel is unbeaten. Said the all kind.
Yeah, in
the first 9 matches.
Yeah, okay.
Premier League there is 7.
Yeah,
but in all matches 9. We're winning 6 and we draw 3. Which 3 no cry 2. The name is Ngobo draw. Because against Sheffield. Sheffield against Southampton. You ball 1-1.
Yes.
And I signed ball 1-1 with Wolves.
Yeah.
There have been 12 goals scored during Tuchel's reign, 10 by the Blues and 2 by their opponents.
Yeah.
Only leader City have accrued more points than Chelsea's tally of 15 since Tuchel arrived.
Yeah.
He is winless in all 7 away matches against his German compatriot Klopp. He on share Jurgen Klopp.
That.
Away that. On the 13-3 now kind.
Yeah.
9-3.
9-3.
3 no winning in a home.
Yeah.
We draw 2 and we lose 5.
Yeah.
Our away matches are ball against Klopp.
Yes.
Until we draw when you 2 draws and we lose 5. Our matches are near Klopp a home. Only Antonio Rudiger, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Matthew Kovacic and I appear in all 9 matches under Tuchel. That means that he rotates the team a lot.
Yeah.
So these are some of the common stats.
I think, reminds me of Claudio Ranieri, but it's good. He has a grip over the team. But me hope he say, I like such coaches.
Samuel Amankwase Liverpool 3, Chelsea 1.
It sets it up beautifully. I mean, people have their biases.
Francis say we are going to make an exception today and beat Liverpool.
Let's hope. I'm praying for them.
Okay, politically and basically we are looking at Ghana near reaction kakra said the amount for see fans now said Ghana after the Supreme Court decision. Manucho will be analyzing everything. Compare 2012 for the now compare 2020 and so Supreme Court has spoken unanimously declaring Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the victorious in the 2020 election. Yanton adia ba kumienu na yemra sisia yeba na yede yaka nyina bro. Wasugusu auti Unity Radio 1039. Anopa Bosuo sini yedan ho abasisia yeba de yaka bia bro.
No. The day na kana no waka ni mesi so say. E da ze no okunu twa soro no.
Ene waka. Wonna ma me buafu no paisa no. Say ye dan ye siwie ye ye penchanse amboso. O me fa KM raf nchanse a wo de bo wo dan so no bi. Amoye die so. Enso me ka bibia me kunu wonte ase. Ene se na anu ya nsuo to ya. Emfa ma pa dan yi so ama chese. Ye hu de ye ho. Na de mo kura ne se nchanse na tete se ntoma go bi.
Ma me wukunu na so ode. Me kura kura me can be you. She breathing me bo midday so and sana mo bossy. Midday ye friend a petampe, ensio to a weabo. Me to chance no KM Raf. Me still be a wood here, Mr. Open chance papa border so. I'm a dana ya petampia. Free KM Raf. Now in Komo. A daddy, we see you are a yafe ball. And Tibia with the Yadan Wodman, it's a say papa Jan and Naso. And chance papa, our KM Raf or long span, idea, Euro ties, plainalism, and the Kika home. Now in chance, no wood on Sasumwa, who say Edding, a day, a 4-layer coating, 32 microns. The color no empada, what on chance here, what the rain got us back home, and they assess is Akanina. Says Nadia Basso, the board also a friend is street trust. Nina will be KM Raf would near Daddy Cra. A month for a pen chance, papa, where that's on 20. Let be any paguso, and the son and chance, papa, and chance be out of what that should be a 10 years warranty. If you do not want it, man, then chance will be so a 60% losing. Into a bass and from a padano socra, as everybody in any year, that's it be a cadada benahamo. KM Raf, the office no of my blue getting quanta who remunoa, Abrosesia a year the first or so the numbers near 0549 315774 and 0202 154132. South KM Raf and chance in Libya. So the cook must in the Potamwa was all the case got a chow. I feel okay that I estimate in so when you KM Raf roofing. Ukoton chance about that's what we need case.
A breacher brabo and femo. Send a bay or benya driver's classes cry and fem. Niba America. Ma try so and father.
Ani ayanukre abrocha brabo na fomunti na make Kamfu Richway Auto School at the amount. A hodie, unya pima, and she sending your media go quamity on your driver's license. A babu when your BCCA within the shortest possible time. So per classroom lessons and on the road lessons are only problem cry within the shortest possible time. No, je babu am when your son me no wait to me at your boy Juma. Kai now we say your professional driving instructors are babu am when this one doing so tricano a bebem.
It will just say Richway Auto School betuma boame and the menya license.
Je beya younger say road lessons evaluations at the amount. Ya sans one road test book we be na abuama nimdia awo peno when sa aka na dia edekwa say unko RMV enko nko ye road test no ye bema examiner no abayanka say office na waboa mo ye road test no bibia akoso enije se me wom kra ne say instructors I kira de e wo Richways Auto Schools ni nyina e Ghana fo into what yankasa wode bed no edinkita ho ebeboa mo atweka no na bibia akonkan hwe ye nchi akwan e wo 65 James Street Suite 207 Worcester MA 01603 ye office telephone numbers ni 508-459-1331 and 774-386-2534.
Hey, wait there, Richway Auto School made him who dance pa.
Richways Auto Schools, your keys to safe and happy driving.
What a wow, what a gentle, akwe huofe. Ain't one a year brante nice say.
Hey, and your man I come for them say. Oh bro, Jainu come for me. Every Saturday pan the toinim. Mini miti obebi asakwa. Miti me no nabian barbering shop.
Oh, sweet guy, well look sexy. And I'm the guy beko.
Oh yes, sepani mi huejuma. Oh your best. O chamile, sweat, backbone, and a half bone, jacket, science sporting waves. Ye shaving, a brekwa bombs beer, and more afno. Me ye sexy boy ya we ye sexy gay. Utrasi, with me channel.
Wow. Any extra me wo?
Shisha Nabian Barbering Shop, our 1106 Main Street, Worcester, MA 01603. Anna Fred 978-235-3348. Nabian Barbering Shop.
Woman crow for yes sex.
Asampaetia Obanyansa Foso Obunuya. Okay, Asampaetia Obanyansa Fonso Obunuba Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo sini yedan ho koton de kakra ya san aba. Ye ba be hwe amanyosem a enenso epi organa, but basically because of say ibenya adaje ne bre na ya hwehwem no yenhwe ensem man dies at Supreme Court after election petition. Very sad story. Now a yet to be identified man has reportedly died at the premises of the Supreme Court shortly after the Apex Court delivered its judgment on the election petition. The man who collapsed when the second respondent spokespersons were addressing the media was rushed to the Supreme Court First Aid Department but reportedly died shortly afterwards. A video in the possession of Star FM shows a police vehicle conveying the remains of the unknown man to the morgue. It is, however, not known if he collapsed as a result of the verdict of the Supreme Court and from an unknown ailment. The 7-member panel, okay, I don't know yet going into the main, but the sad news is decision there by ama obi ashre nenkwa ama obi efimu sisia, but say it is not known say ibia enunti enama ni frimu anase enye enuntia na eno so ede eno no Ekufuado nana adodankwa Ekufuado this ameno we ka say Supreme Court said the edika ka kire unanimously I declare Nanado say ono ena oye winner of the 2020 presidential election. The Supreme Court of Ghana has upheld the re-election of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. The decision means he was validly elected during December 7, 2020 presidential elections. The verdict was read out by Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah, who led the 7-member panel that has been sitting on the 2020 election petition since the hearing began on January 14, 2021. Quote, the petitioner has not provided any evidence to rebut the evidence created by the presumption CI 135, for which his action must fail. We therefore have no reason to order a rerun as pleaded by the petitioner. We accordingly dismiss the petition as having no merit. The CJ said in conclusion over the 2-hour judgment. The court basically held that the petitioner failed to conclusively prove any of the issues that it had filed for determination. The issued for determination were as follows: whether or not the petition discloses any reasonable cause of action, whether or not, based on the data contained in the declaration of the first respondent EC, no candidate obtained more than 50% of the valid vote cast as required by the Article 63(3) of the 1992 Constitution. 3. Whether or not the declaration by the first respondent dated 9th of December was in violation of Article 63(3) of the 1992 Constitution. Whether or not the alleged vote pardon and other errors complained of by the petitioner affected the outcome of the presidential election results 2020. The petition was lodged at the Apex Court by the former president John Mahama, as we all know. Yentie kakra abra na Supreme Court Judge Chief Justice declare senya esi ekowie ene ade ni nyina sisi ano akwa akwie se entie kakra yamo yembraye yamo yembraye so kawanu tum na yentie Supreme Court decision kakra okay, man, you MC lose audio no.
Yes.
My memory also me try na ma get your audio no back. Na ya ba ma T40. Abra judgment no ekos no. Ti kasa.
Just like you said, I think I take center stage wa Ghana. Yenya na trend the March 4th ruling by him say yetwaba 7 December. And after the election electoral commissioner in the shape of Jean Mensa, electoral commissioner Jean Mensa, honorable come from Chemi. Jean Adukwe Mensa or declare on the 9th Akufo-Addo winning. And there was one thing the Techiman South name by say the Kaumpa, there is no way it will alter the election or declare Akufo-Addo as the winner. On the 10th, so you can say Okaswa Erosibi, you say Amphibian Kaun, or sell or ball through a communique or the count say these are the corrected, but it does not really affect the percentages to take the way of the election. Now, gazetted one also, or much any different results, and I think that is what the premise are. NDC or margin says, which is which. They want to be sure, and by their own estimation, based on the electoral commissioner's own figures, there are ways that it couldn't have been possible that Akufo-Addo could have gotten that 50 plus 1. Because we say 50 plus 1 and 50% plus 1 vote. It is 50.00001 in poor. By the 1992 constitution, the person wins the election. It's 50 plus 1 vote and 51%. As I saw some tabloids trying to say that we are 51, we are 51. 50.1 vote. 1 vote divided by 13 million.
My team said, judge.
Article 64(1) of the 1992 Constitution and Rule 68A of the Rules of the Supreme Court, CR 16 as amended by CR 74 and CR 99. They provide as follows: 64 clause 1. The validity of the election of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana who may present a petition for the purpose to the Supreme Court within 21 days after the declaration of the result of election in respect of which the petition is presented. Rule 68A. Despite Rule 45(4), the parties in the petition shall be A, the petitioner as specified in Article 64 clause 1 of the Constitution, and B, the person declared elected as president and the Electoral Commission, who together shall be the respondents. Though the petitioner is not in substance attacking the validity of the 7th December 2020 presidential elections, but only the declaration made on the 9th of December 2020, the petition is seen by many as a rehash of the presidential election petition of 2012-2013. In that petition, the second respondent herein, then as first petitioner and others, invoke Article 64 clause 1, purportedly to invalidate the election of the petitioner herein, then as first respondent, as president-elect, as a novelty done in the constitutional history of the Fourth Republic, and Sir JSC prefaced his judgment in that petition in the following words, quote, "The facts surrounding this suit have been fully played out in near epic dimensions before the public. However, there's no way this suit can be seen as a likeness of the numerous cases on various aspects of our 1992 Constitution. Indeed, I venture to say it cannot be compared to any of the cases touching on various aspects of our Constitution by virtue of its peculiar nature and potential effects. Many commentators have rightly described this suit as one posing a test of the structural maturity of our democratic ethos, causing all eyes worldwide to focus, even if only briefly, on our polity to see if and how we can surmount this unquiet challenge. Without doubt, the resolution of this case portends much for the future path of our democratic development." See, end of quote. See in presidential election petition Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, Bawumia and Obichebelamte, number 4, versus Mahama, Electoral Commission and National Democratic Congress, number 4, 2013, Supreme Court of Ghana Law Report, Special Edition, page 73 at page 151. Answer JS's description in the petition before the court in 2013 in the above words was apt, as that case remains one of the most important constitutional cases this apex court has determined in our current constitutional dispensation. It is therefore not strange that the attention added to petitioners' votes. End of quote. It is these conflicting positions of the parties which have engendered the setting down of the above issue for determination by this court, as was accentuated by this court prevailed in Jersey in the case of Sapon disease substituted by Kodua vs. Jantua 2017-2020, one Supreme Court of Ghana Law Report. He also invited the court to injunct the second respondent from holding himself out as the president-elect on the account of the errors described in the declaration in his release for the court of that candidate. We have observed already that this allegation was not proof as expected of the petitioner. However, assuming the votes pardon of 4,693 took place at all in favor of second respondents as alleged by PW1 in Exhibit F, this court would then have to ascertain its impact on the final results declared by the first respondent. Indeed, evidence on record clearly showed that the impact of the alleged vote pardon, even if proved, would have been very insignificant and would not have materially affected the outcome of the elections. It would therefore not have been a proper ground for the annulment of the 2020 presidential elections. This is so because if one deducts the alleged votes pardoned from the total valid votes obtained by the second respondent, he would still have crossed the more than 50% threshold required under Article 63 Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution. This fact was established through the cross-examination of PW1, Mr. Esedun Ketia, on 1st February 2021 by counsel for the second respondent as follows. Question 237 to 238 her ladyship had this to say. Quote, courts usually apply the election code to
waiting for the lucid judgment of the court.
Lord, with respect, may speaking for us take the opportunity to thank the registrar of the court and also the staff.
The police stations and not the incidents of administrative.
Jean Mensa, and I said the Manu Chukano. Chief Justice Enim Okasai for almost 2 hours. And Sana in about 6 minutes. Or the verdict in now 2 years. And the 10 in the theatre in say, tell the medical can bro for Casem no. Or man penning Dada Mahama, petitioner no. Then some now they buy court to say, in na so and unti, a bit to me amaya case, abana ya to any yen shingu, na yen sign con court for fro. Or man penny case vote to be 400 and something. Thousand or say
4,000.
Yeah. Almost say almost the in our crack one. No more free voter. Na do nya anymore. Still I'll be cross 50 plus 1. Enti in short no. Manujo or Mampeni Mahama. Any NDC for court. I think you've been saying this for a while.
Yes.
Almost say almost case. Almost me improve case. Almost Eddie F4 more or less. Yes. And now do remain victorious. And Freddie Blaze NDC for nyai nanado sisia akoto ewie no na nanado modwuma na omunyina focus 2024 no mbesa atwen omo ho.
Yeah, but it's interesting to know that 2012 they call for 8 months. I mean Ghanaians in the way be stretches. You know why? I mean about religion crime modwa me that anti politics. Men san fan ko achimians. But my point is say my point is say ba kunu di 8 months I say we should do 8 months. I didn't say that, but so no cars we should
also ostriches
exactly. So you should have a point. It should not be say if somebody feels peeved, he can go for review near there. I think there unless there's no opportunity. But for him sitting on the high horse to say that that's what I wanted to say. Because inside there I would have told you that what he said is irrelevant in Bongo, and I'm sure you guys will say I don't know because it'll be irrelevant. But you flow for 1 minute.
You always do. So flow now, I won't flow. Yeah,
me flow. You saying? I mean, when I'm here, I must say,
yeah,
send American because of the NDC felt that they were cheated, and the only major point I know Johnson say they want the electoral commission to give them the right figures. Or you say they declare, you know. So they went to court, and I think that they started go to court. Now, already, I'm one person. I sat by the court to listen. Okay, 2012, lawyer Addison, the lead counsel.
Yeah,
Akotampa was in there. Egbe Fable. They had I think Yoni Kolendi, Amunina Anomakamo, to really have that one. And in 2012, 9-member panel. Sometimes interested people want to know. You Justice Atuguba, supported by Sophia Adinyira, your Jones Victor Doche. People I remember him very well. Near Paul Baffo Bonnie. Now we are justices. Pardon me for mentioning their name. They near NS Badegbe. Near Vada Kotobanfo. Julius Ansan. na Rose Constance Owusu na Enini Yeboah was part of that
team.
Yes, it's an interesting one. It's a 9-member committee in no count
for the 2012
9 almost 39-member committee. Yeah, interesting say Chief Justice at that time did not sit on the panel. Or panel no your bar. You remember that lady? Chief Justice 2012.
Yeah,
no your bar. I wanted to get the name quickly and you can help us to it because it's important. Now this time around panel is 7-member committee. And I'm very interested say Chief Justice Enini Yeboah was part of the panel. He sat as the main person, just like Atuguba did last time around. All justices, Yao Ampao, Mafo Sao, Professor Ashikote, Mariama Owusu, Nene Amegache, and Getchu Tukono. I mean, I'm on a case so this time around. Then, like 2012, the case was against John Mahama as a way. The petitioners in person here. The first person was Nana Akufo-Addo, was the first petitioner. Then the second was Baumia. Baumia was in there, and Jacobi Chebilamti, where the people who did the petition. It was a 3-member way. And the respondents in this case was John Mahama, the EC, and NDC. NDC was added as a third respondent. Until that time, let's just say 3-3. This can 3-3. Then Baumia has to sit into the box as a petitioner and as a first witness to the case near Kai how things went. No, Kai 2012. I think what makes 2012 I find it more interesting and intriguing. I always talk about it and I say they were in phases. What people was fighting for were in phases. Bekaipa said one of the things was transparency of the voters register. They were saying that they felt the voters register was not transparent. And overvoting. Some places where there was overvoting in certain sessions, one of the major issues was even the determination of what is overvoting. But I simply decided that say if the registered voters were 10, now 2 year can you na you 11, I just say overvoting, so we should annul it. Now whereby I said because said that is overvoting. Overvoting should be when the total number of registered or in the constituency so you can't really say bro registered there and you be overvoting. I think they had two extreme stance that nipa 100 never register anymore. Na see you nipa 60 na 2 year. But you can't do 61 na you to make say overvoting because even in the register nipa 100 na womb the 61 can never be overvoting. Interestingly, I learned something there because at the end of the day, how do you really resolve some of these things? Obi the foreign paper betum say okay, I see a bantima me NDC ni me to me via paper back ko tumumpo na see 10,000 cry one abebro so there you have to cancel everything. Into how do you go about it? It's made it interesting there. Yeah, because there's no time. I will try to really reduce some of these things. Another one here, way signatures. Polling agents decided not to append their signatures, whether it should be seen as good or bad. Near duplication of a pink sheet numbers, they had to rule that a pink sheet number does not really determined. When Woko Bank now confirm every paper has a serial number. So serial number near per crowd to match with him. Once you are going to fill details with a date there, the number should not be seen as a unique number. We learned some of these things in there. And voting without verification, biometric verification. I was also very huge in the polling agents. Any idea? But one thing I'm managing is just after we had some reforms. The voters register must be compiled and made available to all parties as early as possible. Supplementary voters may cater for late exigencies. The caliber of presiding officers must be greatly raised up. Now, the carbon copying system has to be improved upon. These are some of the reforms after 2012 we all learned. Now, see, I know improving some of these things. But the man interesting. Someone said 2012 they faced it. Say Ebia say back over voting panel 9 Ebi agree, ebi disagree. Say MPP has a case. Say anka ya annul it. Bibi ebe say nipa 100 na say yeto ba no me 102 but we together with the president now. Then the candidate said that we should annul all those results. We should take them out of the way. Yeah, maybe there'll be a real one or Akufa don't win. The likes of Justice Adin together with Akuba then can say no. We shouldn't annul it just based on the fact that your definition of overvoting near there. So in advertently, after everything, it was a strict 5-4 decision. Nipa 9, people said that John Mahama's position should be upheld as the president of Ghana due to and was validly elected by 5-4 majority decision, justified why he should be re-elected. bringing it forward to 2013. That's why tabloids report it as a departation from what happened in 2012, because 2012 in the they decided that is how the ruling went. But this time around, no, near more interesting. See, a court, no. John Mahama was the petitioner. Then he had to petition 2 people. So you see, and the petitioner was just one. Then a petition Akufo-Addo as the first petitioner. Then the EC as the second. That is how we went on to the case went. I said Nketia gets to sit into the box. In the nutshell, one thing I learned about that one is I said Nketia, NDC did not come there with any figures to come and buttress their point. Their issue was that they feel that Jean Mensa bought figures in Mensa, and those figures they don't know which is which. There was only one declaration on the 9th. So if the 9th declaration, there was an error in it, then the error should necessarily translate into not making Akufo-Addo the substantive president of Ghana. Sana no moka. Then Justice Amenuvo lawyer. Now Akotampa was Akufo-Addo's lawyer. Then Tachu Chikata was the lead counsel for the president, the former president, who is the petitioner. Now Tony Later was also there, part of the team on the side of the former president. So they did not really come, with all apologies, with figures or who alleges must prove. When a worker say this is the situation, there have been 3 declarations. What the Boma now what Tibifima, you don't win. It doesn't make Akufo-Addo the president. Okay, so you are expecting you say also the way they no church say this happened here, this happened here. Not to say that they did not do that. They brought samples to prove that some places they were overvoting there. But I think what is intriguing about this one was that Tachu Chikata said that lead counsel they need the EC to be in the box to ask him some questions. And I think one of the most prevalent questions I know person Bisa say or EC say, how was the election results transmitted to him, to the strong room? I think one thing and everybody was interested in knowing, how the results was. They had the results and how it was tabulated near there. And I think based on that, Jean Mensa was a witness for the EC. Jean Mensa was a witness for the EC. And at this point in time, they had to put way in the box. I said Nketia, Pesa White was also in the Rojo Metal Nunu. Virtually he was. They had to do it via a phone interview near there. My issue has to be the fact that before you tell me, like last time, you put me, okay, say, Manichu, you bring Oppo to come and testify against me. Before you put me in the box, there should be circumstantial evidence. Oppo has been able to prove to everybody that it is possible that I stole the thing. It's a judge and a lawyer where then you come and put me in the box, then start asking me leading questions for me to exonerate myself. But for now, it looks like NDC were trying to do ambush a law. Say, let's put the EC person in and start asking him questions. How you arrived at his figures, how it was transmitted to him, who did he do the calculation with any idea? They are genuine, legit questions as far as I'm concerned, because for everything, the transmission of this results, it is a departure from what happened in 1992 till now. This time around, you see a BBR region, you are near the final figure number head office. And also on strong room no more. So if there's an error in the region, they can't really see. In the past, if your Akwetia constituency, your Mensia North, Ninya is transmitted onto a board in Accra, then everybody can check. Those in Akwetia or those in Mensia can also have a look, say, oh, okay, 15,000 Akufo-Addo nyaye, yenyina sani the koi. But this time around, it looks like if your constituency had different figures, you will not be privy to it. Because the Abu Boom, in the area, I can say, okay, Western region, Akufo-Addo 1.3 million, Mahama 800,000. The nitty-gritties were done at the regional level, and it becomes a bit difficult that the errors cannot easily be appreciated by everyone. And then you say the numbers and figures in the Ejuma. At every jump, it is possible you make mistake. Well, so what I will say is that, judging from what happened, what makes it intriguing is that anyone was say Nipa 7 there was not even one dissenting view. Not to say that you can only dissent because you have to dissent, because I believe that what can I say that means technically they are saying that only I said Nketia made some valid points. but Rojo Metano together with Pesa White there. Yanum tea, Yamami tea, Yamami biscuit. And Rojo, I think that was Rojo Metano also. People can forgive me, but I couldn't say he never met the EC woman in person. So although he was in the strong room, I think these things don't really make your case a valid or very strong one. Because when you are there, you need enough education to decide whether to leave the strong room or not. NDC for leaving the room, I had Peter McMenu saying that so at a point in time he saw their laptops but they were not in the room. Or basically somebody called them, the EC woman told them to leave the room near there. So I think they shot themselves in the foot. So as it stands now there, as much as they have a valid point that the woman has questions to answer, I think they did not raise their case very, very well. They did not convince me, just even a lay person sitting here, that they've shown enough proof that there were some irregularities that we need to solve in our election petition. So if the first petitioner or the petitioner has any blame, that's a bit he should target his own the legal counsel or say the method they used, I think, did not work out. You should have rather brought enough pink sheets, enough evidence to come and convince. What should figure number justice we see any boy now? Say, I mean, what when you order 2 years dear, just some what's say example, it's just some 4,000 and 3,000. Bring all the Mika 2013. Pink sheets a swama each judge and who are to mus in a judge which because at a point in time law is based on discretion. Until to me sample no be not sharing mistakes, then it will help his case. Or more quality auditors near the normal bad, they just take a sample, they watch. Or we say papa okay, we assume that everything is right. That is how a sensible way of looking at a lot of data. But they did not provide enough data, enough evidence to really put the EC woman into the box to come and answer. Because for me, it's a departure from what you know, and it doesn't help our democracy. Yeah, call 2024 with the same mindset. Because for now, I don't know whether they are reforms. Many time no kind the whole 2 hour way. No reforms be a bima because we need to reform our system to get it better. But as it stands now, NDC did not provide sufficient reason to say that they were cheated and they needed a real one. So as far as I'm concerned, it is very, very painful. But the major talking point. Maybe they felt they have a case to prove, but they couldn't really do it in the beauty. That's why I say NDC people, for them, they are very hurt and they are still talking. I've heard Ayine and Co saying that they legally untenable for them to really lose this case in there. But where I sit, I think that they did not arrange their case well. For them, it will be very painful. They felt that they could stand a real chance of maybe worst case getting a rerun. But looking at the facts on the paper now, and looking at with all as a lay person who has followed 2 election petitions and the things that were discussed, let me just say 2013 we had issue by issue polling stations not having their own number. They said that they were illegal polling stations, issues with overvoting, duplication of pink sheets, polling agents not signing, voting without verification. You see, there were every issue. The more some will be thrown out, some will be accepted. But while we about 8 years down the line, we get into the box, and what we hear now is that we want the EC to come and tell us how we had these figures. For me, I still need a lot of education on it, because at the end of the day, the EC chair is not your witness. And as a witness, the person is there to come and serve your interest. Who be some questions you are opposing person has to ask the person questions to punch holes into the affidavit and what the Abba say na assembly kono. So if you look at the affidavit that NDC brought now, I was sitting by them and say okay, NDC more figures are more fambra it will be more interesting to see your figures. You get to Supreme Court where evidence-based area 2, you still don't bring the figures, but you still think that you have a case. I think it's as much as it's painful. I know when this blah blah blah. I agree.
You are doing justice to what
exactly.
You have.
No, time can say be a Hanuman. Just like Ubuntu MPPI. So I say, but the truth is that let's deal with the issues on the ground. If you compare 2012 and what is happening in 2020 or 2021, 2013, 2021 here, this case did not really give us a lot. And it's more like a 3-1, because one moment they only agreed to what Asedun Ketia provided, but just that it was not enough to really turn. 2013 it was 5-4, and anything could have happened. If it had been 4-5, you could have gone for a rerun or something. But this time around, 7 of them said this way. But
that makes it more does that make it more convincing for you? Just like in Anamika said, compare 2012, 2012 a year 5-4, right?
5-4, yeah, 5-4.
It's just one.
Other decisions were substantive near but
the substantive,
substantive near to whether it should is enough to declare the winner or not in there. A 5-4, but this time around there 7-0 no. But you see, more convincing for me. But I respect conspiracy theories too. That the justice, interestingly, why Justice Aniyeboah decided to sit on the case when we know very well that how he was elected to that high office, and he was a lead person. It was more like the chair. Oh, it's sometimes psychologically by law and everything, you can't say he shouldn't be. He's a Supreme Court judge, and the president decided to select him as the judge, as the CJ. But I'm thinking that sometimes, but maybe he was there based on experience. To even read that he was part of that 9-member panel makes it more interesting that when it comes to election petition, he's an experienced person. And the more I read about their credentials, each of them, work on law school and now they have books over there, and they have issues until they have digested it. They are the custodians of Ghana's law. So not to take anything away from their capabilities. But I always say that there's always a reason. They will tell you that sometimes your biases might show without you even knowing that you are biased. Until they would like to take you off the seat. But in all this, it should have, even if NDC had an issue with even the paneler, they could have done that. There's a reason it's on TV. They could have done that by even putting up a strong case to really run with it. But for them to decide not to put up the strongest case, but go there with this thing, said, like we keep saying, just right from yesterday, you've decided to even go for your money. More 47.4, running at 396 or 376. Now Kufa don't 51 point something. That means one casano. You have at least some figures that you are working with to really, or you are using the UC's figures to even go and fight for your own money. It is some more BBR. I just read something that maybe they have a chance to a review, but I'm up on my candid opinion. Just like maybe Koku Anyido started doing. I mean, a series of tweets are trying to destabilize Koku Anyido has decided. Mekacho say, oh, it looks like he's the happiest Ghana because
na me beba no so Koku Anyido Ghana with the alcohol or more co-president Mahama.
Yeah, Meka say he looks like he's the happiest Ghanaian with this ruling. You know, we say no, it looks like he's the bitterest Ghanaian. He's so bitter. The bitterness has gotten a better part of him that he's, because that's you sit here now NDC for no Kromwa suspending. Then you decide that John Mahama went to court and not the NDC and all these things. I think the early days yet. But whichever way, he's also a Ghanaian, he's entitled to his own opinions. But for John Mahama, he needs a relook if he intends to come back 2020.
Koku Aidoho mocks Mahama after dismissal of petition. Anuna Okanwasem.
Yes.
Former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Koku Aidoho, has asked Ghanaians to disassociate the NDC from the defeat suffered by the presidential candidate of the party in last year's election, John Mahama, in court after the election petition was dismissed. Mr. Aidoho has been suspended by the NDC. Mr. Aidoho, who has been suspended by the NDC, said it was Mr. John Dramani Mahama who went to court to challenge the results of the election and not the party. In a series of tweets after the Supreme Court dismissed the petition on Thursday, Mr. Aidoho said, quote, "People should please remember that it is not the NDC which is in court. It is an individual who is in court." End of quote. Quote again. John Mahama is not the president of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency President Akufo-Addo is the president of the Republic of Ghana. Let John Mahama fight his own battles and leave the NDC alone to exist. End of quote.
Yeah. And
what is going on?
Almost say no, but he's a lone ranger in this. He's been suspended, but he still wants to.
But so Kwabena Japan was suspended as even the general, the substantive general secretary.
Yes,
but he didn't do a thing of the sort.
Yeah, like I said, people say he's bitter because I've listened to him. Do you like Atamels? I love him. Do you love Mahama? I work for him.
Oh, yeah, was it?
Yeah. So it tells you that there's that bad blood. I mean, these are cracks you can never run away from.
Like because a human institution.
Alan Baumia issues.
But to portray your anger on a national global platform against your own party, because I strongly believe if Mahama had overturned this election and let's say he was successful and they call for rerun and he wouldn't that have been an NDC government in power.
No, but
why all this sarcasm and kind of teasing?
No, he has been
tweets?
Suspended. But the point, I agree with you that maybe NDC should have joined the petition. I don't know, but we said the reforms came. But I can say NDC shouldn't have joined. I said it should be a human being, not a party. Yeah. That is why maybe NDC was not made part of the petition. Ninya reforms after 2012. Yeah. But interestingly, he also has a point that John Mahama went as a petitioner. Not as
NDC.
Not NDC as a party, but like you said, common sense.
So why is he saying, say, a man for should know, say, President Mahama is not the president, but Nanado? Why is that relevant?
No, but that is why I told you that some of these things is bitter. So he will find, and he's been suspended. So I don't even know why he feels that this is the time to start throwing in some of these tantrums. I personally think it's an unnecessary one. That's why you see, I'm just understand him. First, I'm maintenance here, but then kind of maintenance here. So no crime, you've not even solved your own issues at home. You are misbehaving at home, then you and then here and there person you're part of the story. You are not interested, but to go and talk politics.
In the private life,
the private life, you are hurting another woman.
You'll be in life from far home.
What hurting? What can't you say? I have problem with.
How do you know so hurting woman? So at least
how do I know a woman you saw in the world near there share? You think, how do I know? What do I need to know?
And I make us who could tell you cry now Bobby to you. Call to move for only for. Tadinti now into on the side of the story before you jump into conclusion. Say, oh, hurty woman.
Oh, the woman is hurt. The woman says she's hurt, and I can only testify.
What if Koku also comes and says,
"What if
I'm even more hurt?"
You see, I only deal with what I know. What I don't know, I didn't talk about it.
No,
but I saw videos of a woman crying and her things in a car. I don't blame them. With 2,000 years, we need to need this support. Oh, we are so sorry. Oh, we sorry 2,000 years ago. You personally believe that he lived, and I should believe in him. Now, me or ban in Yamagun Kama Yen and Kwa Kemono. What's my menka? No, why are you shaking your head?
No, you don't want a problem.
He showed that a woman is hurt. A woman is crying every day. Why permanent for fear son in
hurt you be there?
My hurt you. I don't remember. Those I know I've gone to beg and I've spoken about it. Obi so bad can't see. I make one say before I talk politics. I wouldn't hurt another woman knowingly. Man, yeah, those I fucked up. I've told you I fucked up. And if they've moved on, if they are moved on and happy, I'm happy for them. If not, I'll go back to tell them.
Koku has no locus. Only standing says
it's better. I felt he's just been happy. Maybe just saying but people have convinced me that bitterness not there, sir, because he's been sacked from the party. So what is his locus? One of what is his locus? Talking about these things, trying to push John Mahama.
Suspended Deputy General Secretary. He's still an NDC.
He's talking in what capacity? As a person,
as a former secretary.
Oh, as a former what? If you've been suspended, that former and everything is off you. As far as I'm concerned,
because he's talking with NDC interests. People shouldn't associate NDC with
when you are sacked from a party, you are no more a member unless you want to tell me.
Suspension doesn't mean dismissal.
But you are no more a member till you are brought back. Suspension, you are suspended a member. Sorry, Buma, you are still a member. Which
you are on suspension. If you are dismissed, then it's a different ball game altogether.
Oh, okay, so
he's not dismissed. He's been suspended.
So he can still be talking, be making noise about the party. I think you see, if you are suspended, you see.
And I'm saying, you're insane. By you need a different NDC.
Yeah, by your choice and saying, I believe the law. You don't have any locus to talk about.
I think I agree with you, sir. If you are suspended, you have to. It means that you be any. This time around, no, put you up decorum, behavior with decorum. Now you to me reinstate you, and as you said to me, but to mock the party. I'm not saying I agree with what he's doing.
And they're in the right. Maybe I'm supporting right. I know any rights or mock, but I'm some more rights and question
mock your own institution.
That's you see when you are suspended. I believe I said because when you are suspended, you have no right or locus to talk about the party. So we bring you back. You don't even talk about us. If you respect, that's the suspended. I say member you can go around.
Beside on the side of the election, you know who saying who petition is saying Supreme Court decision. We need right as an individual.
Our right as an individual to talk about it. Now I'm some more right to question or no need right as an individual to talk about it. I mean that is my point here. Our right to say it. Some more right to make a chance and think about your estranged wife or head no. That I think will be more beneficial to you, not this one. And so you mention me right. Unless you say I don't have right to talk about him. I will talk about him. It is right to criticize and mock his party, because he's bitter or he's happy, that is up to him. But I also believe that there are more teething problems for him. A woman is crying every day because of your attitude, inactions. Unless you want to say we shouldn't talk about the woman and she should go and die if you don't care. But if you're also a human rights activist like me, I believe she must go and solve it.
Me feel say Kasase Kwaku is suspended and therefore shouldn't talk based on his suspension. But he has the right to talk
as a Ghanaian.
But who say he shouldn't talk because Waheti Oba?
He has a right to talk as a Ghanaian. Suspension from NDC doesn't mean he can't talk about politics. And they're in the right to talk as a Ghanaian. But to talk for in the capacity as for NDC, they don't need this. I think he's more Kennedy. In the right as a Ghanaian to mock. Well, I have a problem with this. Remember, NDC did not go to court and John Mahama. We look at some boy. You've been taken off the party. So I wouldn't sit here and condemn him that he can't talk about politics in Ghana. He decided to even say John Mahama. Mahama is different from Mahama, as far as I'm concerned. Computer, Obo Manama Shema, Mba as Mahama, maybe to only suggest to you. So he has that right to even use some of these pseudonyms to protect himself. But as to whether he has the interest of NDC anyway, it's a bit questionable. And even in the I don't think it carries the same weight now. But I feel that there are more pressing issues for him. Unless, of course, typical Ghanaian as we are, punch your neighbor, punching tree. So, auntie or hating, you have a reason to talk about it. So, sister Naira and the mysterious circumstances in Takoradi missing girls, you have a right to talk about it. But not and family home and maybe ABCBC, that typical Ghanaian attitude, no. But we also have the right to question him that he needs to really concentrate on himself.
Okay, my has a benya in your bema kwabnan too. Ewa humano so na yene na di nkoma kwabnan too. Ebo adwuma ewo kwabna Beyond FM, right?
Beyond FM, Papa.
Our voter region, okay, voter region, radio station, Kesiapa, Ewo. Now, Kwabna,
when you voter region, open your voter region.
Okay, so they say, Ampa, Kwabna, you're right. They said, yeah, yet to hope for, yeah, America. Is it there? Yeah, Chichemunti. Kwabna, but quickly, Mami miss out. Ghana to say in the space of the decision from the Supreme Court and Zania Bauti region, Ghana in general.
Ghana, the Ajo, they say the war to the honest so well, Chiaka, so 7 baby as a new latte. One not Anton, I gave you, Amati say, yeah, body, they say, since I had a body up for the at all. Ama nini na nkenfu ano eye Supreme Court enedie a eye obenimbo leader etoso enan Supreme Court intensema eforso ewo empinu ani aduonu abatu no ene na nini na wode aba na wieye ama wabua asem no na nyamie ni lekreni obaga na ha bambo ne die omo ayirmu pampe bi se abrewa bi a wa motam nini na nkenfu ano kete amanfo so ese omo him white handkerchief pay him omo eso buchiboto bia koso normal na before then program no ene anopay miankasa mene eye NDC demseni ewo otimantem ha titru eye enfanta south mensina eye owred munya for yawo akamani edi nkomo no kira omo no wona titafo ni nyina kasa adi ato enim se eye moani bekobia no Ghana na yina yesum Ghana su ye ni epe eni to trust the NDC kitafo nyina se obia enye bi no hye eye piemfo no asam ne se dombeti aka akwakosi when nyina nto nchenso so a metani eye NPP gemseni eye owred no nyam for Larry yaw Samuel ne se NDC ni no ye yaw na NPP no so eye yaw no no so mene ne kasa the same thing ne mo only odi su ya te nyam nyani no kwedi sabi o kwa ni sie aba ko kan asem now dibimu a eye ensankan no mu abeda adipete se ampa udibem enti won de o case se sabi etibia enne entu ama ewietram to bre ento ewo eye Ghana ha ne de na sabi mpedi as MPP etumi edimu enkunim eninti omo de ato na didafo eni ankrankran nyina eni se nyamyanim no crazy se kobato omo ji omo ani a mo nyi omo ani enkoka obi ahin emen so enkofa wanti another ntawatawa bia ema enti no kura no we dia ne sada ne sayem e dia de sedie to MPP for nyina eni se sabi enso eye eminatu ma ne enso fuhye ni eba omo nyina ye zongo empada enti ne kura no atinnie ne yete ayete ye bubo bibia wi esusu a o be hye enkwanta mansim a sabi amanfo echi omo bicycles omo chi omo car omo chi omo moto no etwani ensekatete bibia ekoso abrantie bi etete o ne wa bibia gina mu a ono office yes o ya ade wota eye MPP eki edi amanfo de manual ni orugo yo on netete wo bodede pro ne dia kika ho yes ni nyina ntemfo ano eye enigele de ekoso omo tra ebra eye Supreme Court edebede tile eba no na awia boynti enne anwumre na study fediata enigye no omo ebedie na so mra ko a eye kwabranto mosofu NCO of the Noahid na ko so adie na ho nsenso nyina ye de bema eye America fo amobi ahu na de sema no gusu America de owura nyamfo bi ewo ha ni di ganyo bi atani owo ha mebisa na de nkire na papa ba akoto so on na eye kanzum lion ka ye friend customer ya small boy mene ne to da me amebo America for da me de me ya papa ai ya papa enti small boy na mene ne kasa papa nyenye bia eye judges nsem no mo eka yi muji ne sei na muso mpe kwakoye NDC ni papa.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Me da wa se ena kunya wa ma me no e me se ye nyina ye peace. Ente the way na judge for na kanu ye nyina ye penisa ye ta sumjo Ghana. Ndi se na ye no ye pese nyina ye nyina ye anwe ko Ghana ha ntene ye pese ntene se na ye teno. Ndi the way no mo da to no aye nyina se ado bia hunti asumjo Ghana. Nte ye do bia ate de bia rem ya do bia ate midase.
Yanzu ya dase.
Na ebia baby sana atebia eka so na ye zimla yo fo nyina chief driver ankata ewo eye otimantem ha enti akwakoba ni se fa na dimem mpacho wo bi tawatem.
Hello.
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 Yeah. Osha oya NDC ni Osha umpenimfo ofu se omunsam omode call Supreme Court no omo anhihye ni ye ana we okay with umpenimfo no modern bom ko boy court.
That be one that in the bar, movie theater, it just the band from Mudia Court. No, Mudia Court, no, I judge the way now, but you know, I have fun to say, you have no problem there. No, I normal say, I won't tell you, may do, and I say, Mamma, but I'm not close to the court, no, the court. On baby, they are not say as Mujaba, and not dinner. Then na ye woga na ya nyi nkabasa sorry a enye nyina de nte jeje fo no muye ga na siri nto manya jeje no ene fa nte nyina ya de nyame ase akonita na dase
yanzu ya dase okay
yo open kasi eye owren bonyafo atani wono je o se ekwan bi so no nkete bi atidia nkete ma mi Jean Mensa ebe gina eye adakanin no yi ensem bia na sense on the 9th day of December no any result of the buy no on the 10th for Saturday no and the entity so na we there class me dey go training atani second me back to omo no
hello
yes sir
hello
yes sir
good evening
yeah
me da was na akunya wa mama no tebi su ya kakra me say ka say Jean Mensa be na adaka ma kachu mbisa na sem kakra. Because they declare on the 9th, on Pakistan on the 10th, for science I did 3 times. All I am here Kata. But I never Ghana Sunjina in a and this name between I about the Ebefa that I came 4 years never.
Moya dear pa nyamishra mu nyina nti muntu mu nuanu mu nyina afo na asumdwie se dia wo kan bibia ni asumdwie chi
ya to bia for 2 years dey fe nko so a obi ani edi fe ni ha. No problem. Yeah, bomb by the Ghana in Amsterdam.
Okay, you're the CP, Nyamisha. My name is Kwabnankasa.
Yo, for instance, a year amania bono na papa bi so a higher plano a year owura tokosi. Na owura tokosi e dia dodo na de plano a year do good. Be good. Na mum dia ka say owura tokosi. Na wono de ye program ewo air this one sister eye about to ho ensense so na ɔno nso so ɛde n'ano ato na ɛnɛ ɔno nso so ɔpɛ sɛ ɔka bi ɛdeɛ na akɔyɛ bɛn na ɛbaa yɛ a sɛ deɛ obiara hu ne smoothness level a sɛ ɔmo ani deɛ no ɔmo ɛdi ɔmo him handkerchief fufuo na ɔmo nso so ɛkyɛ sɛ ankye dankɔyɛ ɔmo amɔ papa wadaroma wei deɛ Americafoɔ ɔmo na wɔwɔ kasa about that is here and a so I was Supreme Court. Hello.
Yes, sir. Me bajo design. And that the course of Supreme Court no also the any saying. Say now see who no.
Oh, Yamina dum Ghana na dim kunin. Ghana na dim kunin as in Diaba, Obia when it's level. As I say Isaac Ishmael, you know, Abraham. MPQ, NDC, why only Ghana for. And this is a very good number. You need a dear for. Then I assume Kenya, Yami Ebayama.
Well, dear Pa, Yada CP, my new Quabrancasa.
Oh, okay. And from Maybe Anopa, and James Mankuan.
Oh, okay.
No, Papa,
thank you very much, Kabna. Yeah, Kabna, the BCB and Ochna, I bet to us when I heard the follow up reactions. Nyami show.
Oh, they say the Montan from Muyosa, the Brunia, Diana, Mupa Brunia, Diana,
Yati,
Yati.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Regional House of Chiefs, almost a year mediation for anything, and not Emperor. No na eye krachura na wa frɛ nsɛnkyerɛfo a ɛtena yɛ kopiemu a ho nhyɛnhyɛnsoɔ nyinaa ɛsɛn na ntia ne yɛto Council of State abato a ahemfo bɛyɛ maako ɛnan na ɔmwom ahemfo mkɔgyina nyinaa obi anya akokɔ ti hwehwehwe 00 ɛma aberante a ɔno na ɔyɛ Legon City ɛyɛ chama na sɛ ɔno na ɛyɛ kɔfaba Legon City ɛyɛ ne bia onye mfihia ɛbi atankono ne yɛtumi edi mu nkunim enti wɔmlɛko a ɛyɛ House of Chiefs ɛyɛ Demsani ɛyɛ Nana Mpra Batamuna ɔyɛ yɛyɛ nsɛnkyerɛfo nkyɛn ndɔkɔ akɔpiem yɛbɛpiem yɛ ɔpɛnkɛkɛ yɛbɛma aburokyerɛfoɔ anaasɛ Americafoɔ nyinaa ase sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ ne nsɛnkyerɛnsoɔ so mbɛhunu deɛ ɛrekɔ so ɛwɔ timantam ha titiri ɛyɛ Ghana FM ha na yɛn nyinaa tumi aboa sɛdeɛ Ghana mpunto Ghana so ne so ɛbɛtumi akɔka ɛnti papa ne tɛtɛ amanabɔ no
Yada CP. Okay, yansan choni a ukọ kanene de na ni nyina abo manu jomeboa na OT region vote sena e vote no machim. Aye no OT region. Time na ya ito aba ba kwa na oye ma na nyanya OT. Enti kwabna nto Beyond FM OT region na ye per reaction of how Ghanaians are feeling. Na isan say OT ni voter, right? Yes. And I had a stronghold of the NDC. Yes. Now you perceive who's at the reaction is echo ewo. Now by Manucho, I'm very and overly impressed. Ghana for atiniomasi more. Or say Ishmael ni Isaac Omina Abraham ma. Tinya fini ebe kontokwa. We'll wait for the next 4 years. All the NDC people we spoke to. So yes. it tells you say people now appreciate peace, yes, and know the significance of peace, yes, than are supposed to violence.
You use the right channels to correct your errors and you move on. I think that's the most sensible thing. In principle, like I said, this doesn't call for tension. Even some Chromati said that they are going for their money near the idea, with figures, facts, and figures to back it there. I think it's a case of no case. I mean,
it's a case of no case. Yama, you're friend for them. It's exactly 12:06. America. How about me afre? Na ni also dwene, ni also susu afutu bi a wo bi a show yi so. Now de aba afe Chelsea in Liverpool no so amobetumi afre na what a prediction, but how you feel the game is going to end. Numbers idea Jumano 50830493994 no yeah ubetumi afre na mo amofre figure na titiri no ubetumi afre 508-846-3021 +1 508-846-3021 ofra yabefa na so do adwenkyere Eddie Abba messages be Abba charisma Don Papa o say Chelsea Don Papa I'm so a Chelsea no I say Chelsea be winning by 2-1 but I mean you know Abba line so all the way from Ghana. Don Papa Ricardo upon design.
Yanko father be pay na promise with the
Nyame adom yanzu ya ho ya pa na o say ene hwan na wini.
Oh ene there. The Bruce fantastic super the Bruce Chelsea papa.
Indeed, okay, indeed. Chelsea better 2-1 oh.
Oh, maybe 2-1.
Chelsea share 2-1 I'm not chikrum say yenchawa de enti say Chelsea share 2-1 ampa. Obeti yenka not chikrum say yenchawa de bechawa de why?
Martin I'm not chikrum for so I say.
It's my into. I feel go ahead and make your point on the show.
Okay, me that's manager Ghana for we are suffering na me champion ni bia ba bia o we are suffering na me champion ni ba bia o we are suffering na the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of Ghana, Akasa, and make a judgment day for the election petition. And make judges make class in over 3 hours, you know. Finally, your home baby die Akoso. And Ghana for Ghana na said either within whom Ghana na Edim Kuni into MPP new, NDC new. And you be away the because say actually you the Giano Crede Eda and I'm the name I think we see the Supreme Court and Cocosia at Yenti and all day and I who the Giano Creda and now the Brasoma by the Apple into Supreme Court I judge it if you go of MPP the area near the and congratulity is excellent in another than Coco. Now, former John Mahama and then the lawyers and then NDC supporters will be Musafeno, Umuya, the Coast Supreme Court. Young should move well and better luck next time as well. One should say yes and Oman who go Umpe, Basabasa, BBB, until Meno, a Yasida, Ghana for in my entire who I say, a Ghana and Having an Amelia feeling who is I will say Ghana here. The normal duty work activities man one class after Supreme Court to win a banana and not bank of for the Benjumano. I say Minister Bia MPU Chama you would be accountable. The responsibility here was to pay for the development of the pressure will say yes and what we want to they have to give us.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
So, when you want to say, minimum, so begin in our intimate and not the money intimate you can be for into the can be in a say, or move about so. Okay,
don't papa your first call and first no been to us or whatever. Yeah, that's why. Into prediction, oh, Ghana and into say, Bemwa. I'm not chikrum si yenchawa de into say bam 2-1 say waka matches na ye bechawa de why ebama na what test your Facebook now yensa account number ne ade why yadase. Okay, thank you very much. All the way from Ghana, Don Papa Ediano no. Mamemfa minua bema ba kwa ono so eba so ojam bema oko Asante Mampoa ono oye twafo hene onye nipa ato a na na ojam yenti o uwie na nipa ba akoko ansa na oben aba na afi titi nso aba maminti o
me of a casa for ya me banati mamena na se because me a Chelsea fan they born pioneer 2-0 them one was winning and the one ama
Chelsea she 2-0
you born pioneer
okay nana se bemu a Anochi Chrome restaurant say enchewa de wo Ghana nti ye de be either credit and sika the amount say bam 2-0 a Anochi Chrome restaurant say Nana say the invitation do because of bema wa say kronimu nye safe say sia nti wo kwa embassy okura nya adom de bema nti say mu
me ma vaccine bio ma vaccine me ba my uncle knew no say I just go and Supreme Court Kasana I be manage pass the year 2013 a grab by this room na ye mu be a car there and then ye near me so Kobana Ghana and you began on Kaipa yen trauma among some MST and some of the other Chinana before entire nation Yabaso say Yama calm down. Kenya ye mu be a friend in your brother before a doom center market time, a man, your money said, or do good being of the price, or winning the BB crown on my name, here the Kawasan, Yamo, nation about so. Now, any part, maybe a future minimum this is from almost far, maybe a Samijan. And beautiful lesson from Samijan Pinsam, again, Kamekata. I'm going to Kumasi, I was no boy you were for you. For you, you first, I mentioned church, they're good and you see in Yama. Meaning, if you are granted some identity, someone, Robert Papa, no chin kutuba, any your mama, or looks in a young into a performance after beginning as Mecca, wanted to talk attack. So I brought the Casa and in the year and an armor and the 70 Abranton or Casa before, only the or you'll be a assassin within a year and pepper. Or would you achieve and Yama, I may announce the share now about the all support to test them and Yaki, or some of them supported Telsia on private trade. If you miss my cat, a man can a source program, you say, Yan Chelsea, Yan Kotopo, only and this Catino, but things in the Yan called first next and Pencabo. Now, I'm saying, okay, yeah. I can't tell my former,
Nana, say, I'm about your one. I was on before or being Africa president, and I say, why?
How do file any?
How do my into?
How do file any? Make a few one chizungu. We didn't the how do filer one chizungu.
Okay, how do filer? Okay, one chizungu. I will bring half one. A bono me boy. Say, I chicho. They say there's some careful. A honey, they are bono and answer.
Only a Bono region.
They say I chiche Binisa Utimi Koka voter region. My etitoni. Maintain how do file.
Buji Kuman Kasana Misri, Buji as Siswan Kasa.
Oh, okay. Maintain how do
Yo, Opo the Edicam member of Baswani, Ajumadi, Ajumapa, Uyabua or Mine, because Ajuma Uyan or American, and young say Ajumapano, and Ebiaka or my gun and Yanti, the Mbakasa and Coupon Shell, and Pijo, and Yokasia, and two come my Nebia, sorry, and Bajumapasi, Nea Mino, and Kunin, Umpabu, and Community FM, Ajuma Funina, or New York. The American answer me Ladi Sido Haruna, MP Awatu Planning Minister, who MP in Energy Common Fund, who in Juma Wata Tiano Wantia, addition, Fabia will be an interpretary and formal. Media Manchester fan, intermediate Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool, silent team in Minimum and formal, Media, Messer and Betia, say Manchester United, our winning league, Manchester United, our winning FA Cup. Never come out to me.
Mamen correct you say Liverpool in London, or more to say, or more Merseyside, or more crassy teams in Libya. Or more is a Manchester United who team now, Munina more crassy. More crassy.
Hey, Opo, when you follow Opo, Sana game with you for the American say, I am saying there, and then say, and then a court, I would be Asa. What we say, it's a Chief Justice, Ekano, Sidin Katia, and until I say, Yanka, yes, you say, Mammy Jean Mensa, as you said, Ghana resource in one person. What to Lanka say, Casanuka, what Casa Paris is a black mistake, say, some mistake no while, and come on, Begina, they can no one to Ghana for the Intia mistake no higher than upper, and Cobetina, they come no trade, if the Intia mistake no about resource in one as some person. Yanka Ghana for now, 3 Jumaya can. By court until some Mamma Mitchell said they are seven Katia, Abestina and there, or Mumma judgment to know, Muba Sudun Katia, now come a Midgina, so I come a minute, and can do Mukasano, Makasema, Mitchell Mensa, Krajina, the come, Tachica, Tunanu, say me, Nava, and so Ambanasa. Now can say Mamma, the come, who sees up no Opo, Uncle President Mamma, you be our pay as you Opo or Manu Kankwa, and come a minute, and condemn me out to find a new Opo, then I'm at me after, and can I say it to say Ghana man, we are seeing now. Don't put the President Mama, I say, because the President Mama Island, I will be assumed about my Ghana to President Mama Babia will be on your coupon show, your coupon yoke. Okay, you or you see Ghana, you see Ghana and corruption. In there, where the Tajimia, you see one copy. appear auditor in office and the corruption scandal Ghana, PDS, PPA, Youth Authority, Cash for Feet, in the business is our money, I have to see but a man in the direction. No, the General, so about the Buama or Manu, corruption flow, Manu, Bamia, and in the Papa and Nado, Monsieur Muchase, Bamian in the Nado corruption, really over Ghana, I'll tell you what you say, so Mudi supporting, so no Mudi corruption, no Mudia, Tadia, or Musha, or Munte, or the other bar, or very corruption flow, Manubia, or Muka, no Mutatan, no more problems. Subaya, the super powerful, no, my Ghana, but Ghana from Pabo, enter in this in your mama, your mama, the Baba, the Ghana, Fisha, Kwasu, and the Ghana, according to
how do filer when Chizongo, Yadasi, Mamin family, Abema, obeying my intio.
I'm sure you and open up more about me, but my power. I mean, your cousin is your mom and no can have me. No, we are not a fool for a back. And they asked that. Never on the day to I give up Liverpool.
I knew Niacha. Who predicting in favor of Liverpool? Niacha, this is all predicting in favor of Chelsea. Because Minya Liverpool sponsor be on no say Obechadie Chelsea any Chadie Chelsea ne Chadie and anyway obey odi anaba mu ye becho ade why I go na me why
Bajo ade
bayanko
kilin do biero kwa kuti sana mi ya ka se president Mahama obona ba se na se ko ne fe ka ye ko to abana o se abana ye to ye no won ti ate no ko ko no ko to tire se ne isi let's no conduct ye no eno ne kwa so na ofo ya conduct ye results o ba se no ane ayi obi mami misal enti enye se ekoyie ma mu nti na moni age se MPP emfa ne se the reverse ne ba MPP na de ko na nka Supreme Court bebu ase ya kamo be kan se de kamo ni beji sa oboza atama arụkọ kwọtụ ne mu ehare
okay
ebere wa senso ye da akwụkwọ tụ aka ya n'ụka ndị ya na adọkọ ka no hono ndị ya no ndị na ma be ga so n'akwụkwọ tụ kwa yetu ba kwụsị be nya ne bantie ebise atama adọ ọkọ no ke na witness be kwọtụ na be ye be ho ndị o ja benzo na ka ne mu ehare mu ne duru se be tie pushi ijaji zima ba di ase ne dia be ndị na ekọ ya ndị sa na ese ko na mere mi 20 NDC for no for say sami jamfi ase din katia ofuzu ampo kunum ne president Mahama no ba court financial law 20 party ndi no ben charge na fi ben dibe kan bi ba ho bi se ye fa ba ni ye no do wa be si eyi e be ho se o abato no ya nwe ne ya ba ko jina bon tina be dede na supporters no be di be tina be di da bon demonstration be si ne ma no ese ne kwa ko ti ya financial law no akọ to the state na INDC for nti ya be sere but ya kwa ko du no aba no Supreme Court say yewura akubu ado awene yem to aso ndiro na yimu ma ni ye na president Mahama de so person so be Ghana ni mpa de ni nya ka se dia na ka corruption asem corruption ya na de ye say campaign ye ka se akubu ado corrupt ni why obi o ye corrupt no ba ye senior high school and ni am ni ye ka se ngwa 1.2 million ni be do school se dia ben jo senior o ta na mo se corruption ni wono ye no mutimi ye aban we de o se ye bona ba so aduma wa pa ma mabunu be
okay, yadasi oben yadasi p yenso yadasi titi mamintiu we are na the next person ne kwansa na bedru bafo ne Raman so titi edru so
yo good afternoon.
Yes sir.
Yeah, Opo, the question I want to ask is Chief Justice, what evidence does he want? There's no to that court, that so-called Supreme Court, to that Chief Justice, that Chief Justice and those people who sat on the case will take it as a serious something. Even our own birth certificate as Ghanaians, they rule against it. They say it's not authentic. So what Manuto is saying that these people don't have a case and he's supporting what the Chief Justice is saying. He is sitting down here in the U.S. What is the value of a death certificate in the United States? Ask him to answer me. But in his home country, this same Chief Justice and those people in the Supreme Court, they rule against our own certificate, birth certificate, and say it is of no value. This is a useless duty. But people, when you are speaking the truth, they don't want the truth to be said. Look, a whole Supreme Court judge, there's a whole Supreme Court in Ghana. 7 members use samples of both parties, samples of both parties for their ruling. This is a useless stuff that they have come up with.
Titi, you said, Mebacho, more line so no Mr. Makasa same way say mobile so na noise na wo mo background no mute mo phone no obekasa na wa on mute esa obi noise if you watch you are baby I want na edede ti Mr. Mo check mame Titi OC Supreme Court for na o ka say be maintain here.
I'm saying during Aseduketia's testimony, he mentioned some samples of both parties, and the way he was questioned, for me, Aseduketia should have answered those questions. If it is me, I will not answer those questions when Akotoapa was asking him to add those figures, because he used samples. Samples are different from real figures that will result in the vote party. So, even during the cross-examination of Aseduketia, if you remember, the other members of Akotoapa's team were asking him certain things, and he said no. He said we all heard it. He said no. You cannot use EC figures. You have to use Aseduketia's figures. That thing came out. But today, the ruling from the Supreme Court, they use samples of vote funding for their ruling. It is a useless fraud that we have in Ghana. Sitting with this Justice Enimyebua, is a disgrace to Ghana as a Supreme Court justice.
Okay.
It's a disgrace because the whole thing started when the certificate wanted, they blocked everything from the beginning. When they wanted those 12 questions to be asked, they blocked it. So, if those questions were to be allowed, that is when the real figure from the petitioners will come. But you block it, these people are
So Titi, let me ask you this question before I go to my next caller. You are saying if Jean Mensa had come to testify, you could have gotten figures from her. So does that mean that NDC didn't have accurate figures before they went to court? And you remember during the election there were series of press conferences held by Sami Jamfi and Visafri Usuankra saying that the numbers coming in and the figures they have tells them that they have won the election. So they didn't. You mean they didn't have figures and that they needed to get figures from testification of the EC boss? Is that what you are insinuating?
No, the thing, they have two issues. They say they won the election. Here is the case. The EC chair came after the first declaration. Now she realized that she made a mistake because after calculating all the results, when you add all the percentages, it was more than 100%. And with that should not happen in any country. If it is in the United States, that result to be cancelled right away. It will be cancelled right away because what you have declared is the authentic one. You cannot go behind the political parties and change figures. No, that should never happen in any way. But today, these are so-called Supreme Court judges who are odd and they have nothing in their head. Look at the kind of ruling that they have come out with.
Okay, Titi, the other callers behind you that need to move on.
Before my last point.
It has to be just some few seconds.
Okay. some LPP people, you see, LPP is a party that they are very wicked people. When they see young guys in other political parties that are doing so well, they don't have any young person in LPP that can be compared to Sami Jesse. They are destroying. They want to make sure the guy is destroyed.
But Titi, what has MPP done for you to call them wicked? What have they done to Sami Jemfi? I think it's too strong.
They are very wicked because they have started condemning or destroying Sami Jemfi. It's not that he's the cause of. He is the cause of NDC not winning the election.
But Sami Jemfi is also fighting with some of your MPs. Does that make? I mean, people might have opinions, disagreements.
No. Sami Jemfi, look. What I'm saying is,
okay, Titi, let me move on. I'm in front of the Titi, you can come back later on. I'll give you the amount for Gina Swache. Why?
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Yeah, Oluma to us we are na one man call na my be family papa edu sanso Worcester. My Titi amani pa be break lines because no more oche. Oluma yanko. Okay. Yes sir.
Oposa ho ya de.
Nyame medini ye. Mejiri za monso mo ho ye.
Opo ho ya pa.
Mind you.
Opo mamentia Mr. Danso. Dan auto repairs. Na Matia Chaba Kodoago, Matia Ghana for you now more Massachusetts and there are no pay. Opo, I am now at times, you know. More I minimum manucho ya analysis na ta utia china utia. At times you put me full Kasa as a neutral person. And so then I have no cano. Anna and Macoum. Western onye ni neutral na some of us no my appointed figures here or kasa kwa other side. Popo yan kano kwe na yenya atwone amfa bibia nso nchen. And was the last time Ghana ha just declare results. Ama the results na the panel declare was error. No sa better sanada. And then among central for the opinion leaders say that neutral for omo nche horo no mon kano kwe. And then I hold on one kind of clear. So what the declare results? And the actual results not be declared. What's the error? No one's out there to say, and we are seeing now what to be done. Some America, that's what we're doing. All my. Meet you.
Manu chose will be so awesome.
Olumai.
Meet you, boss.
Nti ya tum say error me ametie no se me mutual momo de wa hi me metie ni omo okan na
momo tinu mutai that question na me try you no
adenti
ye de wa hi ma me na o declare results no results be ni e ka ho asem ye o declare the 9th no and I do declare the 10th no and I do declare the 11th and I do call court no
nti ayi fa dia na mode ya mo we no
we declare results no 5-6 good time. You want to call Lonko, you declare the 9th Lonko, you want to sign the 10th Lonko. We are in a year come one.
Okay, Oluman, I ain't the end of the year.
Results, not the point results now. How come say any rich man you walk on?
Oluman, so you some for music or issue.
When new results are declared and no qualified results are now a different. Who can you call quarter? Results what you call quarter different. You declare the name very different. Just say the end of the I don't know who
Olmai. Almighty, and I miss awesome, or the Manucha, you miss awesome. My men or the infant said, okay, you name some on my different figures. Or my figures, Marco 9. Said they're not making NDC, Sami Jemfi, any Elvis, free anchor. Ebe press conference, I yet a breach by sharing in our life. I almost almost figures, nature say. Omo winning elections no. Enti mama na my figures me ba mami nwe. O mami bisa question de mami nwe. Me pese ye hu se mu NDC fo no. Momo de amunya emfa se 50.1. Eno na munya pe mu compilation no. Na ka mama ni figures na for no de aba no. Na ka mo de a fight say de nya ye nie. Enti wo de na ye wrong. But so ka say ye twa mama me no moma ba be ka say no nya ya na ma wo na wo de asem na kokko to say ni nti enfan so wo de no wo se nya 50%. Akufado so nya 50%. Anya nya 49.3. Akufado so nya 49.9. into obi anya 50+1 then the court can deliberate and ask the woman say unya say but so kasa nkema maame ne mra na obisa no figures hono na amanfo ne monya adwen mo NDC lawyers ne bebre kra say
NDC nya so mo nya atom omo ni NDC nya do mo nya atom eti maame nkasa wa kan sem ni na obo
kasa
wa ma ya kwentu da ma ya so nkasa
kasa
opo assembly ni na ne say maame na wonu ye electoral commission wonu na declare ya man of them wonu ye Ghana ye dey taxpayers money e plan ka no what about the declare results 9 results over declare na ade take them o 300,000 votes and the feed will declare the knife no what is still the answer say what can present the results no crowd the claiming now and ko ka end this one end this be say akufo be 50+1 yes no start the man dey ni na cry ko ka wono no ma mere dey na what can who na say the ni na ka end this dey one akufo be 50+1 if you grant that your book can now near the sea who kwanta ma me na wonu na isi boss no I will declare results no won ko be kwa dina dakam na wa ka tre Ghana foni na ma Ghana foni na the say sa dey we ai ba yi anti professor Kwakwaza mo Patrick Kujomo Manasa Azoremo if you say omo so candino mo kadi ande ye case omo back no say omo di omo ndi amo kai
sir adia no
Patrick Kujomo professor Kwakwaza mo argument no so omo ye no e to omo so omo ndi omo ye
but would you
say ye NDC for
nti Manasa
Professor Kwakwaza ye nim so a non-NDC member Patrick Kujomo nim so a Imani Ghana NDC ta o kete sande ya Professor Dampo mo kete sande ya and omo nyina wuri back NDC because of the Mamini
Olma dia wo kan ti o asam na sa otobo na otie dia ye kan obi anka say obi back we and obi back we even NPP current NPP deputy general secretary lawyer Bribu Ahin ekura babonten say NDC for case no mo lawyers na am package mo case ye lawyer yeah captain lawyer no court lawyer everyone here lawyer obi am point case na wodi men ko pa na asem mba obo ma no comment obi am point case everyone here lawyer obo lawyer bi abo lawyer nya lawyer everyone so tuji kata ko hotel pan bench ni na dia ko mo sile tiewu na I friend say what do you call it lawyer everyone wonu so ni mebi obo dia America ni say my NFC
ye nyina ye kan me pato mate una wo interrupt me ama atem na go do baby
ba mi jao
ye kan say ma me no results no be declare no you who say and from so ba wonu akata admit say error fine ye ne ti wo kwata ma me no a wonu akata ye di asem kra court wo tro ko ma ko say omumma ye sem nu na ya asem e ka no make sense e tele di na ko jina da kamu na ka won ye busa no na be na fa so na no wo be the na wo ye the test no be the sound results no one one parties be na we see wa wo no mo class ya o bi na ye na na baluto so ka se mi say na ye a friend of Jean Mensa so tia se mo babo e dey am mo misquoting it no I used to be lawyer no and I used to lawyer na busa ni say o kasa maame no ama o tini biscuit and also ma mi tini e wa ma mi biscuit e ya no kura so say Pastor White e kwat na ho no o bubusa no kwaya maame no papa o suma ho mo e ba o so wonu diet ni there Munenu Mensa no kasa
okay Olma time na so
lawyer tinu ko ja sana no mo kai
Olma ira se
e ni na ni say Ute no for wa mama tam na ya tente wa mama tina anya mawi o for 30 seconds the ya kan nyina ne say we are say de na ntwe bi anka ne to no bobi anka konfonsam the president like before 30 after one president na Supreme Court after 30 after one the made never end this super power obeba be ni isi boss obeba be Supreme Court judge obeba be ni on Supreme
okay
now the case now the FP court
yada si Olma ukra credit nasa yada CP ma memra we start na memfa me papa adusa owia papa ni adusa ma yentie wa
obo good afternoon o de me chia woni hotifo and obida fo nyina And this is what the American because Supreme Court is ruling about the moon has some because I be bringing and this you MPP in a woman. Now the back for born Liverpool Chelsea, special 1 year.
One Chelsea,
Liverpool.
Chelsea share 1 day. Labako could do are not chrome free. Why? New restaurant now banner with 2 coast square no. Abeko how could it free? See my prediction in Brem. Okay. Yes, that's okay. My memory in your bed, my friend said Raman, who you are now, Kojopo Kuko. My into Raman.
Opo the come, I'm not fan that I'm with my mom, I'm in China, I'm in Boma Basso. I'm say, and really now, maybe the name is wrong. That's the country.
Me pacho, more line is no. Ebi ana Louis, pacho. Me to honma me ana se Kojopo ana the other. Person now original so no more 4 people background noise need too much na said you be kasa better clear madam ase Raman to aso
yo for me we can train this for say obia in na ni frisa Supreme Court case na e ho no that's the one ya start ko na ya sem bia de baba bia no ma bogu e agenda o ma set to me nti the ruling na ba na nya me ngonwa me nya me ngonwa to say ruling ni bae ba me MP na MPC na omudo mo furu na nam na o MPC no o omudo mo furu na nam se sa we ko ba na MPC no na sika na mbaji na mo mpa ko dia mo bia na se mo ba ko confirm obi bia e na se sami jasika no ko na sami jasika no ye nyina ye fuaso adentina no bia ni kunya na ye maami awo kunsi mo kunya mo faso na de na mo ye na nya na etai no mo tima ko confirm san fofo iso mo ko ya system ya uro system nka sama sami jantia kan de po no and they say to say ba so be ka class no me am one MPP can you be from Saraman bra na be dimachi na me no nantia this man jana ma fa ko dia chi ka say nyina no party na yeso no enya nyam sumo ye nyina bibi na epe yo sheba bi na me honum na me ma bra bo be tumpo a opo mi timi kwa ko dia kire timi da me ba be ready kwa ko dia alachi to campaign the hardware campaign the
Alan Chamatin.
I'm continue to campaign
into what NDC?
Mincha I saw I am a dog, Allah me dono. The Canasta Bankazangata, Allah me Krankazanka Sala. What's the name of Katakala Samantida?
Okay. There's a MPP for MPP for Nipa Bako, Raman Yaba MPP.
Alan Chamati for back one Yamina to Obama.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Hey, Ghana. Everybody is carrying their own individual interest. Kojobo go to Asmami, we are call about Kubi Oho. And Sana Makol Louis is on Africa president in Zwaba. Kojobo go mind you.
Unity Radio, USMM, Nagana United States, some air force or my Danam, and you almost say already a chas on corner at the mouth. Or for me, was no name that China because money to what China, I'm not against them to my finish. Enemy, I'm a or me, my vital, also chas on for Unity Radio. So, and continue. Opo mami comment on the center will land so I see panel. And yeah, better Baba Chief Justice has Libya Boa. And then in some power, the then declare as I know Emma and Dana United Obia yesterday, Uncle Papa Sabata, Obia Ama, Marco Dana. It's me that I can't tell them catch a and for there. She said, the enemy or man, another way I can tell then Chedia Ankle to the Dano conform so Bodia Ankle is a lopo. But Omoba Kaya as some way has some panels and public to because I dare my bit idea. They individual, I look as all money.
Now, Sana 2012, the same thing, no more. And so, no one Ghana, it's me, it came out, and Mahama, Etwana, Mamusu. It's really the best day, young Kabu. Now, young vampire, one child, young I have a fan, and I've done quite Swabiachi. Now, let me more money, and I done a to my boyfriend. Yeah, with my 2 Macau, and this empty to one. Young I soon, and I have done young empire, more day, and top of a tina, done a to my boyfriend. Now, okay. So I only tell me that me a chance to find the say Liverpool the team time the Liverpool or Chelsea as me touch one of my people for China.
Yeah, that's Kojo Boku Mahala. Me bacho what will line it to us no. Koma me answer na Mabefa Louis. Enye Africa president. Who's doing this say? Yeah, we did. Daddy boat ana. Daddy boat ni. Jina baby e line mu nya kra daddy boat line mu nya kra. Opo daddy boat ni on de mega. Me ba cho kasa fe de. Yo opo mencha. Hello daddy boat. Oh, too bad. Daddy boat line I drop. Louis to asuma movie an Africa president in Soko.
Hello.
Yeah, Lou, we an Africa president in Soko.
Yo,
yeah.
And necessary that Ejumapa when
yeah, Frewa Yafa. Yeah, Frewa Yafa.
Oh, and then the other can once.
Okay, what that was?
The other can once. The making and then the Ghana food in a say almost in ya. Apotre akumapa na omude ehwema enoma ekokọ so nyina ne ekọ fie the nyamiase the judges for the NDC for so asabio omu we see a time there was no case in the first place isi and just say yeah it was one of the best Ghana kind but unfortunately they presented the case mechanism but the figures were the same. So I was surprised they presented such a case in the law court. But as you all know, say Nipakrono, Bibiania, it could be law court. They say justices, you Makanina, in a bit of Casa Assembly, say, Kokuaza, Monia, that Momunia was as much as said, Kokuaza, so names or young people in there, they have their own opinion. Justices and Kuma and I say they use the argument based on law, the constitution of the land. And Tinamo Anka said, would be name manipulative, would be not saying it looks like that. Among for being Casa, not just said, I quite a visa said. They are basing the argument on public opinion or not, said, or own feelings. It shouldn't be the case. I am not any of the Juma. As much as you have confidence in your lawyer, and I say, your lawyer can correct. They can say, of course, the Ghana for United Penal. Sanka Koma and this a comma and people say, Jabre, Yamma, Nanaquine, Onion Juma, the legislature, Emo Quine. Na MPC move forward. Okay. Yes, you that's Louis Amwako Massachusetts in United States in NPP for PRO. Louis, that's thanks for your time on the show. Thank you.
Okay. My main family my friend say African president. We another debut. African president mind you.
Video community de Bremen more about to make my power. The name US branch. NDC chairman, Yamishra no baby over.
Chairman Kojo Ago.
Chairman Kojo Ago, Michiano Pan.
What you so?
Minia Oku. If I say, but you can and cow Diana, what's the quine then? Quine Mutane. You know, and that they say, if I say, Yaway to Mutam, Yanikis, and a correct. If I say, certain justice Namanabasa, certain justice in your Sabi Edimani Yagma. Omba who say your work is. If you and two about my I totally want to say a few ways. And I could have a farm on Tisano Bata. Namiko, the master Minano is the Swami Miami MPs. O my dear Hemo, Papa, my dear Hemo. Oko, Sab, Odia partner, I am in our country. Our country now, 7 Oko to a police station.
yet I would support on the 2 years. I told her 2 years, because of she is humiliated. And yet, election day, our country, and yet, quiet to our year to crowd. And this is secretary of our consequences. We won't continue Bruno Prano, a Praprano. Empty, won't go to a bar. What about to a bar? Our country and your sister 1 vote. That makes the end of the year then to a bad demand. I am in Yama say 7 years, empty years. I don't know. Empty people, Ghana judges to court, and Marcia NDC. Come to Aponia and Yadia Miami. There is a matter parliament. I want the parliament to a Pakistan for 4 years. What's that empty? I didn't buy pan more than my party. Yeah, you bread the man with 53. I didn't buy pan more than mine. If you put them with a movie, I'm an assistant. You can't get empty in the same. When you press a land.
Okay. We want to do everything politically. Say Daddy Boat comment you.
Yo, Obomentia na mentia MPP ma ewo Bobby Amuwe nyina nyamenya obokese uba 18 asoso a ya bi mu dendende sunya East MP Honorable Akwasiam ya cheme onye West MP Ignatius Baforia omutu se omutie dendende MPP policy tio obo me wanwa pa se TK se wai obo mpacho o country benzo
TT ene na wa America ya o Worcester o ya ene na o US
I am Mama because you graphic. Papa, we have a kind of Anopa we know.
What's this? Daddy Boat, what's this? Hold on. What's this? Daddy Boat. I don't. David, hold on. No. Daddy Boat. I say, the American. I censor the show. Or disagree with Supreme Court for. I know you're okay, but when did the Supreme Court? Okay, sir. Obi kasem na. Hold on, listen to me. It doesn't make sense to you. That is okay. Sir, I don't know more, and it doesn't make sense to you. But to say a direct insult. Say Obi.
Open the Kumu on direct insult to the day, man. And I Kumu apa. Internet is cinema. Media going to be more than say. You move on more to Amonaka and Nipanicatano. Open the Kumu.
Daddy boat. You don't control me. I'm controlling the show, Mr. Asem now can say I don't like that. That is a direct insult. You can say or whatever, but to directly say in Krasikasa, I don't Mr. Yeah. You can disagree with him in so many ways. Yeah.
Because no more lose in case of Muji to say a lose into the and about a party of Bronte. I'm going to shit tight. We need the Marine and now what to Maya argument. One will be out. One will be out. In the end, this is war. Omunia the Papa my Gala. And one at that one because a mining can't buy a and then what I other region and this is Crocodia to say. I'm not to say John Mahama, former president, on here still do General. Yes, I come with a mama NDC. I come NDC are full of Nipa and then the bill into Mr. Romo. Omari, I won't go over in Trano there. You NDC need be over 2024. I will buy a new Bimutu Scat and Blasono. Appeal 2024. Yes, so we are up in the Senate. The former president in Omodo Nebadia. Omodo Baba will follow a children of the people.
Yeah, that's it. That the boat and so there no. I Unity Radio 103.9. Abusu mama kan messages kakra na yen sorry Jumadi so Max Billion wo Canada Max Billion na ba for say Chelsea 1 Liverpool 0. Politically, so I say the constitution backed Jean Mensa to correct errors. Undeliberately errors are part of human. Greetings, seniors. Those who are accused must prove. I think Chief Justice did a good job of summarizing everything from day one to end. It's clear and fair judgment. Don Papa Quaresma say Chelsea will win by 2-1. And also, good morning, Opo National Manucho. I'm enjoying the feed live from Sunyani, Ghana. The highest court of the land has spoken, and let all respect the ruling because it's for the betterment of the country, not individual. Case closed. At long last, Ghana has won. Congratulations to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo once again. I also wish former President John Mahama all the best next time. My regards to Mr. Evans Aferijan Yebua, CEO of AG Foundation. Augustina Makisiwatina say I'm late. Samuel Amankwasi Liverpool 3 Chelsea 1. Frances Punamani say we are going to make an exception today to beat Liverpool. Until Frances say Liverpool Belus will win for Chelsea. Scott Saffo say in top 6 games form is out of the window. Liverpool wins at Anfield. Ochame say politician Manucho. Samuel Amankwa say Chelsea 1 Liverpool 2. Ochame say Manucho, I would like to meet you, bro. Much love. When persuading is the core of the topic, they will not move on. Opo, please move on. Na Chame commentator any Larry Siwa. And so say at this moment America is in turmoil. Ghana was a stable country before America imposed her will. America will said the BS. I say companionship is for most in a relationship compatibility. Message I think I had enough back and forth. And also Unity Radio 103.9 said the Mekano Mayencha Manase Zuri. Sorry, nebeshe much now. Frances Punanami say welcome guys. Walanyo Akwetia DB by Walanyo say my Equiapin people will say adie enye no na enye. To wait, what's bad is bad. Supreme Court gives clarification to their judgment to avoid politicians throwing dust into our eyes with regards to today's verdict. Congratulations to President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the legitimate president of our land. Enona Walanyo Edi Ebaye Walanyo Enso Edia Odi Ebaye Enono. I think so for the most part. Makenka messages na Rachel Mami Efia SDA. Thank you for watching and congratulations on your newly born baby. Rachel Mami Efia that's Frances Medical Wala nyo Akwetia Ghana echaw any Kobe James, thanks for taking part to watch the show. Adum Binti hey ewiase hu Adum Binti Magdalena Sarilabi that's Linda Osu yeah, my Melinda also yet on catch or chame commentator Michael Damte. Michael Yan when you kakra who said what the message be by about Manicho. Sansuna Addo Dankwa Tebo the big punk. Tebo the big punk. Chelsea ni papa Tebo. I salute you, Franka Jimai, Samuel Apia, Scott Safo, Akosua Jemfi, my better half Agnes Asare, or also a pump saying, Mami Agia Yenu Grones Niba Akupe, Georgina Ama Ousua, and the very Enini Padodua, Christopher Quasin, head of IT Unity Radio, Munya Dajina Max Billion, all the way in Canada, Max Billion, Nana Bafo. Any nipa dodo na munya daje ehwe yen show ni na yeda munyina ase de can any say catcher unia say Unity Radio Anopa Bosuo is back and back for good. Opo National is also back before the microphone doing what he loves doing. nyame ya admo chene mu be hia Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita La Molina ote ne nka medin edi no opoku jamfi betumi aframe opo national kasima num pepepe na ye de Peace FM News no edi ebremo na anchirichimu ne reactions after the Supreme Court judgment ni nyina so ye de abremo nti nyame ya adomu a eno enso edie enso eno no no eti ochina eno mu be hia Frank Ajimai mbacho ye here studio ha se CA enti mbacho tuka bra se cia down auto rapers Mr. Dan so se ka no problem bi e bia no o de ba obesi cia ma Georgina Amawusu a Ken Kalusha boya ya dase ena ye nana berima omama achemfo Worcester mrantie hene say ya be no the whole North America Ghana for America mrantie hene omama achemfo you joined the show late anyway thanks for joining us yeah the movie but remember mo predict Chelsea ni Liverpool no so wo Worcester ha na ebe mo a yenu abema adusa ena hwan biem Worcester for na mo predict ya no so prediction be mo a obekọ anochi krom no akodi free of charge so prediction be mo a obekọ kwaku shoes ho e wo 2 Coast Square Kanitintin buffet ho no akodi free of charge nemum uwo Ghana na so prediction ne be mo a mo predict Max Billion Canada also say Chelsea won nti wo Canada na be mo a ye wo gifted be ma wo Ghana nso na be mo a ye wo gifted be ma ba wo Worcester dia obekọ Anochi Krum restaurant na wako akudidi ewo Anochi Krum restaurant so wo Worcester na prediction be ma wo de ni say obekọ 2 Coast Square Anochi Krum annex kesie na ya bie pa no na wako tenase na wadidi free of charge into Chelsea Liverpool American Eastern Standard Time 3:15 Ghana 8:15 Canada so 3:15 max we'll talk around that tomorrow ochina nyame yadma ye ba show nusu a mo predictions ne ba mu nyina no ye de beba ye de aseda kese e ma nwuma ko bi o mota ye chi said the medical can down auto repairs e boy enchidom say wo driver's license e wo krum ha mpacho any rich way auto school nkasa da bia ye di no ho komo 70 James Street frɛ no na omwa Africa ni Ghana ni obeboa oho na on say to me aka o driver's license in terms say e bia uwo problem with getting permit akohuomo nyina no omo ebebo afre 508-459-1331 508-459-1331 eno no office number ofre Richway Auto School ambebo cell phone here 774-386-2534 774-386-2534 ofra onsa ebeka omo na omo so atumi aboa na bibia atumi akoso ma yen kan che se nyame ayi wadom na wasi dan wo Ghana na opo bia ma na boso ama wa ya careful ebinum ayi wadanse di omo akobo omo dan so asa paso aboso foforo because they didn't get the right people rough roofing say what they from omo ni unity ayon kofa na adwuma omo ya ma nipa yehu ene wo ho adanse di nti ye wa rehwem coloring on edan ye boso asa se ye nchanse no ebi mu fa grey ebi mu fa red ebi mu fa light green ebi mu fa deep green ebi mu fa blue and chance in color na do so but obehu ebi mu fie na color no efedi na epa coating no omo anye ni ya ewie bo nsu oto tumi paso enye se chance no be pakura na color no nyina ayira ene rough roofing kasa na obonsa ampa apetampe afebo o coloring no because of the proper coating na ya be ya amount nti esom pada se nyame ayo adom na afi na obebo dan so dia ene rough roofing kasa 0549 MTN 0549 315 774 into 549 315 774 eno no free rough roofing also take commercial no Unity Radio o de odo dan command na pese ye di aginamu a ofre na freme me di aginamu ama because ye nim no ana enim adwuma obom amanfo a Crodium ha ne London ne ade nyina companies akese ne de ombesisi wo okwa nchanse no kasa op 4.5 kura wunimu op 4.0 wunimu ye twa 3.0 kura ma wa wunhu enti ye no ye uba ye o sizes no ho na ye de amount se nchanse ye de ba o site a na ye se fa compare and now the wabetumi akwaje 4.5 sample fe every factory now they aba now they are compare ye de no idi no kre bo adwuma pa ma rough roofing de no 0549 315 774 from mana Vodafone here 020 215 4132 020 215 4132 ɛno so fra unsa ebeka wo na omunso atumi aboa na bibia akoso anochi cold store say ene Ghana ni bia wo ye aduane bra enam no ahodo ni nyina benya bia to otwitwa kama asan de amount 58 Hamilton Street udi dwa wa anochi trading no na wo to nam nyina nso ewo eye anochi cold store fish na yesi efa no pompano ni nyina no benya bia to tratra na nabiam otide bon kwan no ni nyina no benya bia to ewo anochi trading enam bia smoked turkey fresh chicken oba ebitwitwa ni nyina kama nso etumi ede amount Agnes Asari say Chelsea 1 Liverpool 1 Agnes Asari say bemu asa de maka no obekwa kodidi anochi chrome free okay eno no abusua yede asada kese ma down auto repairs ka no problem ni nyina fabra owura danso na ONCC 45 Fremont Street emfa amount na bibia nso ntumi nkonkan kwaku shoes ene anochi chrome se bra na bedi de pa ene wuni ba bia kwa Chelsea game no obetumi abehwe na anochi chrome restaurant big one na ye bie wo off Park Ave no 2 Coast Square coast near COES na ebra bedidi na o show game so ewo anochi chrome restaurant o se yenka nkyere mo se obia oba na wa show face mask na kama na observe protocol se de be ya apomde ni bibia nso betumi awie pe omo nyina boy nchidom na yedi dwumadi ebra big olubi tembabre hair salon so yentumi enyini mfrim ono so etayechi na yedi dwumadi and so etumi ede ebro erade ede chen yene mu behia ochina anopa na yede another edition of your most listened to morning show, the most interactive show and so ede abroad there be ameka say say news cause nsembebre social media, the advancement and the proliferation of social media but pe news papa ebe boaw ebe ma mpuntu ebe ma abrabona konanim ebe ma also contribute to society and in the development so enu ntina anopa bia say join Unity Radio Anopa Bosuo with your man Opo National Sabre dey cross over the bridge near the Mako Peace 104.3 near Kwakofa news no e de abremo
empanifo kan
until then dey me pacho makramo mene menua bema manucho magandi maganda gaucho margarita nyame yad mo chana nopa yesan mu bihia no nkron akopem dumienu mpai mu yakramo
empanifo kan wo mo